fought the fight, breaking down the walls in the dead of night. I don't come for peace, I come for the storm. Fanboys melt quick when the truth gets warm. All content's high, I'm collecting those tears. Just got started, but I'm cutting through fears. I'm not here for brand deals, I'm not for sale. I expose your lies, rip off the veil. You can cry in the comments, but you won't survive. Like and subscribe if you feel that vibe. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilantes calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. Promise lost in Nintendo's dream, delusional faith blinded by the gleam. Defends every flaw like it's a sacred cause, but his blind devotion's just breaking laws. Player SS brings no honor or pride, throws family shade when he's running to hide. No integrity, just bitterness and spite, but the vigilante's here to set it right. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilante's calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. Cast guys, fake words can't hold the line. Sony fanboys smoke, but his reviews don't shine. Switch for shields, a corporate game, selling hype and spin while we call out the shame. Dark trays and Nintendo fanboys stuck on repeat, says the same old lines like a broken beat. Recycling words, no fresh insight, but we break through the noise and bring the fight. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilante's calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. If you're tired of fake, if you're done with the spin, join the fight, let the real talk begin. We're here for the truth, no need to hide, so make sure to like and subscribe. I'm the angry vigilante here to fight the fight, breaking down the walls in the dead of night. I don't come for peace, I come for the storm. Fanboys melt quick when the truth gets warm. All content's high, I'm collecting those tears. Just got started, but I'm cutting through fears. I'm not here for brand deals, I'm not for sale. I expose your lies, rip off the veil. You can cry in the comments, but you won't survive. Like and subscribe if you feel that vibe. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilante's calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. Promise lost in Nintendo's dream, delusional faith blinded by the gleam. Defends every flaw like it's a sacred cause, but his blind devotion's just breaking laws. Player SS brings no honor or pride, throws family shade when he's running to hide. No integrity, just bitterness and spite, but the vigilante's here to set it right. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the
Hello, everybody. How is it going? Who do we got here today? We got Geezer Noob, of course. Thank you so much for being a member and the $5 super chat. Well, let's bring out the cheese to go along with the brittle saltiness and the tsunami of wine. Haha, that's very true, man. And if you're still in, what song do you want? Do you want the regular theme song? Do you want one about Nukem, Hellfire, Player Essence? Which one do you want? Then we got C-Stars Piplup. Good morning, everyone. We got Movok 201. Good morning. We got Kiwi Calario. Thank you so much for being a member. Good morning. Geezer Noob saying morning, y'all. We got Shiverstar U. Good morning. Good morning. PokeFan 603. Good morning, everybody. And thank you so much for being a member. C-Stars Piplup. Hey, Vigilante. Good morning to you too, man. And then we got, what is that? True Dash Fan. How are you, AVS? I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much. C Stars Piplup just became a member for 5 months. Thank you so much, man. Then we got Raymond YouTube 1. Hello, hello. Sean Smith. Morning, peeps. Morning. Be blessed all. Be blessed, man. Oh, you want the Hellfire one, Geezer Noob? Alrighty, where? There we go. Music FN, are the Nintendo Show salt mines still running dry? I guess it depends on what you really want. Maybe a little bit. Ooh, hold on. That's a little loud in my ear. Is the music a little loud, guys? Or can you guys hear me in the song perfectly? Blue was here, hoping today would start off nice without any Nintendo toddlers arriving into the scene. Oh, you know it's gonna happen. Oh, Geezer Noob just sent 5 gifted members. Let everybody let them know. Thank you so much. Oh, Spectre got a membership. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate that. Excellent video calling out OJ. Really appreciate it. Oh, of course, man. Just wait till tomorrow. I got one on RGT. Adrian Loveless. Morning. Good morning. Good morning there. Blue was here. Oh, we got Desire. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Desire. Ha, there you go. How's it going, Desire? Okay, perfect. Everybody can hear me and the song. And then after this one, C-Stars Piplup, since you renewed your membership thing, you can pick the next song, all right? I got the regular theme song. I got the one about Nukem, Player Essence, and Hellfire. Those are the only ones I got set up. I'm going to have more soon. But for today, we got some plenty of salt, mainly from Harmon Smith. Harmon Smith's been on a roll this week if nobody's noticed. I cannot believe, I think he misses the attention, to be honest. Oh, Desire had to work an 18 or a 16-hour shift, man. I understand, man. That would suck. I think Player Essence, Primey, and Harmon Smith need to become members. They should, right? It wouldn't surprise me. Maybe on one of his stock accounts there, Harmon Smith probably is a damn member. Oh, oops. Let me switch it to unlisted. Oh, horror and hellfires, empire. Alrighty, let's try this again. Is it gonna work now? What? I just oh, I'm an idiot. Forgot to save it. There we go. Come on, you stupid thing. There we go.
I'm through with making fun of social justice warriors.
I seriously doubt that.
I'm through with making fun of Xbox.
Okay. I don't think anybody's going to believe that. All right, let's get through the rest of the comments. I always like to spend the first few minutes responding to each and every one of you because when we get into the salt aisle, I can't always do it. We got Geezer Noob. Oh, I already responded to that one. I am Desire jump scare. Yeah, Desire does not like horror. C-Stars Piplup, Desire Anthem next. Okay. Oh, you want Desire's Anthem? Okay, here, hold on. I forgot to set it up, but I will get that set up real quick. I know, right? Oh God, this video. Alrighty, give me one quick second while my thing is booting up, and then I will get the song for Desire. Oh, we are going to cancel that. Stupid damn thing. Should have had this set up. I did think, completely forgot to put Desires on there. There we go. Oh, hold on. I gotta minus it because it's gonna be too loud. That's still too loud. Maybe a little too loud. There we go. Is that it? Oh, wait, no, that's not it. Never mind. Sorry. Wrong one. That is the wrong one, guys. Don't worry. Hold on. Give me one quick second. For some reason, I completely forgot to do desires. Here, you know what? Well, no, I can't do it that way. Never mind. Where is it? Nope, not that one. Not that one. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Yep, there we go. Alrighty. So sorry, guys. Just give me one quick second. We definitely need to lower the volume. There we go. This one it. Let's lower the volume a little bit more. So I can get it set on the soundboard. Yep, this is it. Alrighty. Almost there, guys. Let me change the format. MP3. There we go. And then, hey, at least I'm leaving something up for you guys to see. Alrighty. We're gonna replace it with that one. Alrighty. Desire. All right, I think I got it on my thing. Let's see here. Oop, not that one. There you go. Can you guys hear the song? Let me know. And then because Geezer Noob gifted those memberships, let me know what the next song you want. I got the regular theme song. I got the one of Nukem Nintendo, Hellfire, Player Essence, and now Desire. Alrighty. We got Sea Stars Piplup. Oh, wait. Did I read that? Oh, no. Wrong one. I love this song, by the way. Thank you so much, Pokefan. Oh, great. The Nintendo Kami Harmon. I know, right? I made a video, and now I'm working on another. There you go, Desire, man. Hey, you got to push out 2 videos a day, man. I'm keeping my brain cells intact. Thanks to you, Desire. Great work on the vids. Very true. Great work on his videos. Managed to survive a 60-hour week at Amazon, and I got it again and next week. Oh, man. Hey, that's why you're making the big bucks right now, huh? Geezer New. Let me guess. Harmon is foaming at the mouth over the Metroid Music Amiibo paywall. No, I think this one's just about PC. I will have to mute Harmon. Unfortunately, sometimes it's hard to do that. What I meant to say is that I worked 60 hours last week at Amazon, and this week and next week I'm getting it again. And also, I managed to finally move into my new apartment. Good job, C-Stars Pickup. Oh, we got that PlayStation Gamer. Sup, chat? Where did I lose it? There it is. I love horror. It just scares the shit out of me. Oh, it's okay, Desire. We all understand. I don't know what Blue War was here. Assuming the PC. You're talking about Harmon? Yeah, it's just about him complaining about PC. If it has anything to do with PC, honestly, Harmon doesn't need a reason to complain about PC. The man with the most punchable face, Harmon Smith. Having to pay $30 for a standard game mechanic is bullshit, and yes, I purposely put the stars there. I understand. I think you could put bullshit in there. It's not going to do nothing. Harmon needs to shut up. He is so Riri. Yeah, sometimes he is. Harmon just needs to stay offline. Yes, but then we wouldn't get this free entertainment when you think about it. He is a weetard. Very true. Harmon is Riri, and I'm saying this as an autistic person myself. Okay. Pokefan, oh, thank you so much for being a member. I agree. That PlayStation Gamer, yes, thank you for being a member also. I lost a couple brain cells because of Harmon. Oh, you got it. It's a good thing you got a bunch more. Okay, you want to nuke him, geezer noob. Alrighty. CC me here song. I don't understand, Desire. I can hear the song. Oh, that's good. Nuke him. Fun fact, he was drunk in this video. Oh, I believe so. Variety Matt Media. Yo, happy December. Happy December, man. Hopefully you're going to have a good Christmas. Back at it, y'all, Variety. Oh, okay, you're talking to him. I recently finished Expedition 33. Amazing game. I checked what was Harmon saying, and he basically said that he never played the game, doesn't know what it is about. Oh, he complains about anything that's not Nintendo. Remember, folks, don't salt mine and drink. Oh, very true, that PlayStation gamer. Oh, we know, Desire. We know you have it. Yo, I have tooth surgery today, but good to hear some fanboy rant news before going. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Happy we can make you happy. Who would win in a fight, Nukem or Harmon Smith? Well, logically, you would think that would be Nukem, but the problem is we don't know what Nukem even looks like. He could look like an exact replica of Harmon Smith that just talks better for all we know. The war paint is on. Nintendo's happiest slave of the bunch. Oh, very true. Alrighty. Let's see what Harmon has to say.
And PlayStation owners. I'm through with making fun of mobile and gacha owners because over the past several years, it has become apparent to me, you know, the gaming guru, the Nintendon, Harmon Smith.
I will say, even though I know that Alex didn't really enjoy when he called himself the Nintendon, I actually thought it was funny the first time I heard it. So I got to give credit to Harmon a little bit. At least he's trying to be a little better. Harmon, maybe you need to drink more. Okay, maybe, you know, whatever happened this night that made you act like this is actually pure entertainment. It really is. So you need to drink more. If you got laid finally, you need to go have that happen again, man. If you got to save up all your money to give a tip or something, man, that's what you need to do because we need more like this.
Myth that the absolute lowest of the low in the gaming community is the PC master race, the dregs of society. They are the sort of...
No, that's not true. We all know that would be the Nintendars like you, or the Weetars like you, as Desire likes to say.
People who...
But there are some very extreme Sony ponies and Xbox. There's just not as many of them like there are Nintendars.
Who make YouTube videos making fun of games that are never, ever going to come to their prime. They are completely out of touch with the reality of their...
The thing is, most of those games, including Metroid Prime 4, is already on there. Maybe not in a way you would like, but it's on there.
Situation. They completely refuse to acknowledge this.
He's Harmon's hitting that crack. I don't know, but, you know, I don't think that he's hitting the crack. Oh, it got deleted. Yeah, you're. I saw the comment for a second, but YouTube must have deleted it or something.
Superiority
Yeah, be careful with what you do with the drug part. YouTube don't like that one.
Of Nintendo consoles, and instead will leave angry comments on Nintendo fan channels denouncing the company and everything that they stand for. There is...
Harmon, you sit here and are constantly blasting PC. You don't think that PC gamers going to come through and criticize you? You need to sit here and be realistic or something. And honestly, I do like how you have the hat hanging. You did put some thought into this. You need to drink more. From now on, Harmon, you need to drink, like, before you make a video, just make like 5 of them in a row. Have a few drinks, because this is honestly better than what you normally put out when you're sober.
Is no lower than the PC Master Race.
Oh, it's DeJuan Davis. How did we know? It took exactly almost 20 minutes to get one of them in here. What are you doing today? Well, last night I made 2 videos. Don't worry, one wasn't on Player Essence. It's actually on RGT for tomorrow's video. So there, you know what, DeJuan Davis? You said that you don't want me to make a video on Player Essence here. That's mainly because he didn't really say much that was worth making a video on, but he is coming up soon that I'm going to be reacting to, so you just wait.
They are the absolute bottom of the barrel trash. At this point, I expect that
Are you talking about
eventually we'll see
Pokemon?
PC gamers clowning each other and making detractor content, making fun of each other.
I mean, they already do. If we're being honest, Harmon, PC people make fun of each other all the damn time. That is nothing new. Do you not see how hard the PC people are towards Alex? His community constantly makes fun of him. Are you kidding me?
We're not going to see like people fighting between the Epic Game Store and the Steam shop. You're going to be seeing people.
Well, no, mostly because there's not a lot of people that care about Epic Game Store. I only go on there to get the free games every week, even though I really have no intention of playing them. But you never know. Maybe I might become broke one day, and that's all I can play.
Making fun of each other for.
Oh, Betville Zexel. No, I want you to make a video of Player Essence. Well, I will. Don't you worry. Trust me. He can't go very long without saying something stupid. So I will make one, but not after this video, but after the next one, I'm doing Player Essence. I'm only reacting to Harmon Smith and Player Essence today.
Or using different video editors. You're gonna see people making fun of their.
Is that a thing in the PC community? Do people make fun of each other for using different video editors? Pretty certain most people don't really care when it comes to the video editor. I use Filmora if anybody cares.
Their PC builds and their specs, and they certainly will not be talking about games because that is not what they do. All the PC.
I mean, that's constantly all they talk about is games and the hardware. What the hell are you talking about, Harmon?
Master Race do is sit in a corner with their monitors lit up in the dead of the night, and they watch Nintendo trailers. They comment on Nintendo trailers. They comment.
Oh, yep, you slipped it up right there, Harmon. We see the alcohol coming out.
About how they can't wait to emulate this Nintendo game on their gaming PCs. They are anxious to start playing these games. They are excited for Metroid Prime 4 on Nintendo Switch to finally be emulatable. It's not emulatable, by the way.
I think Metroid Prime 4 is emulatable. I can't even pronounce the word right now. And I haven't had anything to drink.
That's been confirmed. Like, they haven't been able to crack it yet.
There you go, Caesar's Pipple. Best for Christmas gift. I'm considering getting a Steam Deck. Hey, nothing wrong with that, man.
Like, they want to be able to play Metroid Prime 4 day one, but the reality is they're going to be sitting up in the dead of night watching other men.
To be honest, I don't think that the PC people really care to play it on day one. I think what they want, they'll eventually want to play it, yes, but PC people don't have a problem with waiting. Oh, we got a $1 super chat from PokeFan. Thank you so much, man. Hey, so what song do you want? I got Hellfire, Player Essence, Desire, Newcomb Nintendo, and the regular theme song. Which one do you want, PokeFan? Let me know.
Play these games. They're going to be sitting up watching Nintendo YouTubers play their Nintendo games on their Nintendo hardware, where all they can do is.
Well, they're going to be watching you to farm for salt, if anything. If people are going to watch your channel, man, it's to farm for salt. That's all it is.
Is just have a porn
or if it's like Retro Fusion who likes to stroke your ego a bit.
window open and just
Alrighty, PokeFan wants Player Essence.
jacking it like with one hand, with one pinky finger, because that's all they can do.
Harmon, we all know what you do with that one pinky finger. We all know you like to put it in a certain hole.
Like, that's all they can do is just watch Nintendo fans play their games, because PC gamers are the absolute cucks of the gaming space. Think about it. They are legit spending their time.
Okay, even though Harmon is a laughable case, we got to admit one thing. When he is drunk, he speaks way better and actually somewhat makes a little bit more sense than what he does when he's sober. I gotta give him credit for that one. Even though if anybody's the cuck, it's probably the Nintendo people. You guys literally, Harmon, we all know that almost every night you will allow Daddy Nintendo to come over, spread them cheeks wide open, and take you to town. Stop lying.
Watching other men play video games. Okay,
Hey, I don't know about you guys. Sometimes I'll sit here and go watch an attractive woman play video games.
want you to think.
I like Vera Dark.
think about that for a second. I want to think about like all the Twitch streamers, all the titty streamers, all the speed runners, all this community of
I thought you weren't allowed to show nudity on Twitch. I thought that was against the thing.
people, the FGC. Like, I want you to think about this for a minute. The PC Master Race would rather sit and talk about video games on social media than actually play them. Like, that is the reality.
Harmon, you talk more about video games than anybody else here. You put out more content than I do, and I put out a video every damn day.
Behind the PC Master Race, the message.
And then you started copying me with all those damn shorts you were putting out because you saw that I was doing it.
Keyboard warriors, the keyboard trolls that condemn Nintendo fans everywhere. Like, someday I'm going to be able to emulate this game and I'm gonna play it with slightly higher settings. Like, it is just a gigantic cope. You know, they are legit.
How's that a cope? They're gonna be happy to play a game with better settings than what you got. It's not a cope, Harmon.
Lusting after Nintendo releases. They are trying to gaslight you into thinking, the game is going to be better when it comes to PC. Like, you know, Bayonetta 2 is going to come out on PC any day now. That's what...
Bayonetta 2? That's already out on PC. They can already play it on PC. What the hell are you talking about, Harmon?
This is going to get a PC port. Like, oh man, Nintendo fans sure are cringy for not liking Elden Ring.
Harmon, if you're going to do that, at least please get a better camera. We're begging you. Get a better camera, man.
Like, you see these guys, you know, who don't play games, who don't care about games, who are complete and utter exposed frauds, constantly coming out and doing everything they can to downplay every major Nintendo release. Like, all the while acting as if, like, emulation is going to allow them to play every single game ever produced on
emulation
PC
is going to allow people to play them.
Even now, plenty of games are not available on gaming PC.
There are more games on the PC, Harmon, than on any other platform. Pretty much every single one of your games, outside of Mario Kart World, DK Bonanza, what else am I missing? Age of Imprisonment, Fast Fusion, Welcome Tour, Drag X Drive. Am I missing one? Kirby Air Riders. Those are the only games that are not on the PC. They will be coming to the PC, don't you worry. Don't you worry, Harmon. Damn it, I pressed the wrong thing. Here we go. Sorry about that.
Like, the idea that emulation is legal is a cope. The idea
emulation
that
is legal.
Nintendo is going to put their games on PC is a cope. The idea
may happen one day.
The PC Master Race is somehow based and the most elite gaming community on the platform, just a complete and total cope. There is no getting around this. There is no disputing this. There is no ignoring the grim reality of their situation, is that these guys are sitting in cuck chairs watching other men play Nintendo
that
games.
hat you have on your head is a cuck.
That is the reality of it. They are, by definition, cucks. Those gamer chairs you see with like the stupid padding and the over design and how like they just have like a logo on it and that makes it worth like $500. Like, these guys are
makes it worth more than what you got.
Tell you that because they sit in those chairs, because they watch other men play Nintendo games on YouTube, because they're like complaining about Metroid.
Harmon, you watch other men play games on YouTube. You watch other men sit here and make videos, or you literally have reacted to their videos. Don't act like you're any different. You're trying to make it seem like they're gay, Harmon. We all know that you love a certain Pikachu that you love to play around with. And is it me, or does his hat actually look like a little clean today? Do you think he might have actually finally washed that damn hat? Well, only Lord knows what he does with that damn thing.
Prime 4.
I know, Mario. That's what I kept saying. Why Harmon's sounding better than normal? We all think he's drunk. Either that or he finally got laid or something. But I'm more going on drunk.
That somehow makes them more credible of a source than you. Okay, they
Well, Harmon, most people are more credible than you are, if we're being honest here. Oh, all right. I have to snap a. Sorry, guys. Hold on real quick. I got to snap me a picture of that one. I need a screenshot of that because that's going to be perfect for a thumbnail in the future. Oh, it's Horror Hellfire. There's no way he got laid. I don't think so either, but something happened to where, because he's talking better than what he normally does. I got to give him credit. So if he's drunk, he needs to drink more often or something. But responsibly, Harmon. You don't need to drink and play games at the same time. We know you can't walk and chew gum.
think they're more hardcore than you because they watched someone play Metroid Prime 4 and beat the game before it came out on YouTube or something. like oh, they're posting spoilers like, oh, the final boss is kind of cringe, guys. I don't know about this 81 Metacritic score. Like, nobody cares. Like, that's
I mean, you care enough to make a video on it. You literally just reacted to the Skill Ups video, I think today or yesterday.
the grim reality behind the PC Master Race is that they hide behind Metacritic scores, they hide behind Digital Foundry, they hide behind game journals.
I mean, you guys are literally all hiding behind Digital Foundry when it comes to Metroid Prime 4. You only sit here and use them when they benefit you, but when they push against your narrative, then you want to discount them.
Game journals. Like, these are the people who want you to believe that the Game Awards has a shred of credibility.
What the hell are you wearing around your neck, Harmon? Does anybody notice that? What the hell is that? It's like driving me crazy now.
It is embarrassing. They are the absolute like trash of the gaming community. You know, I bet my trash company would not take you because you would be a toxic waste. They would have to get like some specialist in.
That literally makes no sense, Harmon. You know, you do sound better when you're drunk, but you got a lot to work on, my guy.
Here and like do some nuclear kind of like decontamination stuff. Like, you're gonna have to be like in isolation for like however long it takes.
Harmon, we all know that you don't care about decontamination. When's the last time you cleaned that damn place? That glass you almost held up there, we can see how dirty it is.
Takes like a couple hundred years, isn't it? Like, you are going to die alone. Okay, you are dying alone. That is the reality of the PC Master Race. Is that
Harmon? We all know you're alone over there. You should not be throwing stones in glass houses, my guy. The only thing you got is a Mario hat and a damn Pikachu.
We in the Nintendo community,
you could even get yourself a Princess Peach plushie for crying out loud, because that damn thing would somehow be able to run away.
Are surrounded by friends.
Yeah, it does kind of look like, but it's driving me crazy because I can't see it clearly.
You know, we are.
Who's we? Are you talking about you and that mouse in your pocket, Harmon? We have never seen anybody even collab or conversate with you. What the hell are you talking about?
Playing.
We have gone on your live streams before. I've never seen you play games with anybody.
Nintendo Switches at parties. You know, we are playing Nintendo
Harmon, when's the last time you were invited to a party?
Switches in public. We are playing them with actual biological females, not this femboy crap that you keep.
Harmon, when's the last time you even had a conversation with a woman in person?
Banging on it.
Horn Hellfire, him and the gerbil in his glass, or gerbil in his glass, exactly.
About, and not these anime waifu gotcha bullshit that you guys think is going to take over the industry. You know, we don't simp over Eve from a Stellar Blade, okay?
No, we don't. I simp over Emma Frost from Marvel Rivals. I still call dibs on that one. I don't care if Alex wants her. I'll fight him to the death for that one.
We don't have to. We have actual girlfriends who actually love.
Harmon, have you ever had one before? Seriously, my guy, come on. The only girl I think you might have had a chance with was from Good Luck Chuck. If anybody knows that movie, you know what I'm talking about.
Like Nintendo and actually like playing games. You know, you guys probably don't even know.
Really? Because you complain about so many games that you don't even play. Oh, I gotta fight Mommy Hellfire for that one? Hellfire, come on. Oh man, those thick, luscious thighs, you gotta let me have that one.
A real woman looks like. Okay, you guys have probably never even like seen one. You haven't even gotten within sniffing distance of one because you are such terminally online, cuckolded weirdos that you get your sexual kicks by watching Nintendo games and
Harmon, we all know what kind of kick you get out of when you see Pikachu running across the screen. You have no room to talk about anything.
thinking about the day that it'll
The war paint is on. His girlfriend is a dude. To be honest, I'd be surprised if even a guy would date him, if I'm being honest here.
come to
I think PlayStation Gamer has it more correct. His girlfriend is his left hand. Bro, I go out and get laid. I don't need to watch anyone play jack shit. That's true.
PC. And the simple fact of the matter is, it never will. It's never going to happen. Emulation is not legal.
Emulation is legal. No one's going to prison. Harmon, there has not been a single person to ever go to prison over emulation. I don't think there's ever been a person that has gone to prison for buying a pirated game. I could be wrong, but to my knowledge, I don't think so.
It is going to be embarrassing seeing the house of cards that the PC Master Race has propped up over the years just completely collapse. You know, it is down.
I mean, it's still holding up strong, Harmon. You really have no idea what you're talking about.
Downright embarrassing to see how these cucks have done their best again.
Music effing. Somehow I just feel bad that AV has to look at this guy and takes to make content. It's not that bad. I have fun with it, to be honest.
Gas themselves
But that's why I don't do this every day anymore, because it was taking a toll.
up as the biggest community in the industry, when in reality, they're not even dead last. They're not even in the race to begin with. They're on the sidelines watching as everyone else is just having a.
No, Harmon. If anything, I don't like talking bad about Xbox because there's not really a reason to anymore. We already know what situation they're in. But if anybody's dead last and no one's in the conversation anymore, it would be the Xbox, if we're being honest.
Great time. And they're seething about them on Facebook. Like, oh, I totally could have won that race. And I totally.
Raymond YouTube won. Plus, who the hell went to jail just for downloading a ROM off of the Internet Archive? Nobody in America that I know of. Now, if it's in a whole other country, I don't know the other country's laws.
Totally could have gotten with that girl, and I could have totally gotten that job, and I totally could have written that book and sold it. And
Harmon, you say that all the time. You get ready to release a new book. You're like, I'm so gonna win a Nobel Prize, or I don't know what the prize is you get for the big book award show. I don't remember.
Done all this stuff. I could have become I could become a big YouTuber by making a commentary video on Harmon Smith. Like, look at how many views I get for talking.
Harmon, you're just filler content. I promise you, no one thinks of you as they're gonna make it big on YouTube. I promise you that one. You're just filler content, my guy.
About a Nintendo fan on YouTube. Like, you have.
Harmon, you're not a fan. You're not even a fanboy. No, actually, you're a fanboy. That's what you are. You're not a fan. You're a fanboy. The other ones, they're not fanboys. They're influencers.
Have completely failed.
Poor Hellfire. Don't have to go to jail if you're convicted for a crime. Could have to pay a fine. Ain't nobody getting fined either. Oh, exactly. But he said that people are going to go to prison for emulating. And I'm like, who the hell has ever gone to prison for that?
What you're seeing is now is a similar kind of decline that the PlayStation audience did around the time The Last of Us came out, where the community tricked you into thinking that The Last of Us was like some huge deal, some huge cultural phenomenon, the best story in gaming, you know, this huge thing. Like, we were told that.
I mean, The Last of Us Part 2 was still pretty big. I believe it won the Game Awards, if I remember correctly.
The Last of Us was one of.
Oh, he's blinking all fast. Yeah, you could tell he's spazzing out now. The alcohol's really kicking in.
The most culturally significant moments in gaming, you know, the Citizen Kane of gaming. And not only did it have a meandering sequel that nobody cares about, the original has faded away into relevance.
The original is still one of the best narratives in any game to ever exist, Harmon.
And will never again have the same kind of millennial support from douchebags that it did initially, because people grew up. People
Oh, I do remember C-Stars Piplup. Remember Harmon saying everyone who bought a Steam Deck should go or should just be arrested? Oh yeah, we remember.
People played other games. People got new. People got gained some new
Exactly,
credibility.
that
They
PlayStation
learned new
gamer
things.
was a
They
huge
played better
deal.
games on Nintendo platforms. The PC Master Race is cut from the same cloth. You know, the same thing is happening, but only 10 years later. And I imagine because a lot of the people who hated who hated PlayStation and hated what they've been doing for the past several years have moved on to PlayStation out of this desperate attempt to try and move away from it. But in actuality,
Okay, I don't know if I misunderstood you, but did you say that the PlayStation people moved to PlayStation to get away from it? I think you mean they moved away from it. There's a difference, Harmon. Yes, most of the PlayStation people probably moved towards PC, if we're being honest.
it's leading you down the same path. Like all your roads lead to the same destination. It all leads straight into irrelevancy. Like no matter where you go, no matter what company you support or what brand you buy, no matter what you tell people, the
Come on, get
reality
on with
is
it,
that
Harmon.
Nintendo will always remain on top, and there's nothing that the PC Master Race can do about it.
Oh, they've done a lot more than you'd think. Think of it. They don't have to go out and buy a Nintendo system to enjoy the games. They have almost every single one of your exclusives there, Harmony. All right, we got one more coming up for them.
I noted
So now we're back to normal sober, Harmon, I think.
right out of the gate that everyone who was being critical of Metroid Prime
Cannot
4
believe.
Beyond
Harmon, you didn't even like DK Bonanza, okay? Are you that much of a cuck for Nintendo that you have to go buy the apparel for a game you didn't really care for?
didn't actually play it. The majority of people you saw on Twitter spurking about it, people like Mr. Medicare, people like Side Scrollers, people like Yellow Flash, people like Daka Daka, the endless
I
amounts
have
of
no
Nintendo
idea who these
channels.
people
Pretty
are.
much everyone came out and tried to say the game was completely broken and
Okay, so you're saying that the Nintendo channels who have a channel for Nintendo did not play the game? That doesn't make any sense, Harmon. And this is the first time I've heard people saying that the game's broken.
playable before it came out. And that became very, very obvious upon release because everything these people were screaming about turned out to be a relative non-issue. Okay. Miles is not annoying. The
Okay, so you are talking about Metroid Prime 4. Who's saying that the game was broken? I've never once heard anybody say the game is broken. I mean, I've been playing the game. I haven't had a broken moment. What the hell are you talking about, Harmon?
characters are not like this awful genre destroying thing. The game is perfectly fine.
Okay, I agree that the talking characters aren't that bad, but I never played any of the Metro games before, so I don't have that attachment to it. So I'm perfectly fine with Miles, but I'm not going to say that the game is perfectly fine. It does have its hiccups. I think the score of 81 is actually a fair score to give it. So far, that's what I'm aiming towards right now, but I got to finish it. But there are some problems with that game. That open world was just bullshit.
There's certainly issues with the game, but as I've come to realize as I've played this, I'll talk about this in my actual final review. You don't
It wasn't that good of a review, if we're being honest.
you haven't really seen a lot of people talk about the real problems with this game because these guys didn't actually play it. They were just like doom posting and making up all this nonsense and making all these like grand statements about how the Metroid IP was dead and how this was worse than Other M. Blatantly
I don't know if it's worse than Other M, but I've never played Other M, so I wouldn't know. Now, I actually do so far enjoy the game when it's the Metroid parts. When you're actually going through the towers, you're going through the levels. I just don't like the open world because there's nothing there. It's boring, it's lifeless, it's barren. There's nothing really to do except collect those damn green crystals and occasionally shoot a few damn enemies here and there. But it's worse than Forspoken when it comes to the open world.
not true. Okay, at the very least, you can say this is better than Other M. Okay, we could definitely say that for a certainty at this stage. So what I find interesting about this though is just because
We got Hyperstar Cage. You think Harmon will have a full meltdown if DK and Mario Kart lose the game awards? Oh, you know that he's gonna lose it when DK doesn't win the game award. But if for some reason, now when it comes to the family game, I'm going for Mario Party, or not Mario Party, sorry, Lego Party. I don't personally think DK should even be in the family category because DK it's a co-op, if anything. It's not an actual family game. But I'm hoping it's Lego Party, but I have a feeling it's gonna be DK.
Because is that
But if they don't win it, yes, Harmon's gonna lose it.
at a certain point, immediately after release, every single one of the narratives was just imploded. Okay, it just completely evaporated. It was non-existent.
I mean, Harmon, can you at least explain some of these narratives? The only thing you talked about was that was broken and the NPC characters. Now, I completely understand if people are a huge fan of the Metroid series and they made a game like this that is not exactly like the Metroid games or the Metroid Prime games, and they did not, and they absolutely hated it. I don't blame them because I said, like, there was a game on the PS3 that came out called Rage. I absolutely love the first Rage. Then they made Rage 2, and I got so excited for a sequel. And even though now looking back at it, the game wasn't all that bad, but in no way was it a Rage game. I was so angry because to me, they ruined the Rage 2 game. But I can go back and look and say, okay, it is a solid game, but it's not a Rage game.
Like immediately people began to point out that none of the complaints made any sense,
Harmon, half the time you
like
don't
for
make
example, the whole narrative that nobody should ever talk in a Metroid game. The idea that like Metroid is about loneliness and isolation and Beyond doesn't feel like that. You have
Harmon, why are you like defending this game? Before it came out, you were talking trash on the Metroid series or Metroid Prime. You hated Metroid Prime. But now that it's out and so many people are talking bad about it, you have to sit here and be like your little Nintendo cheerleader. You got to run around and damage control for them constantly. Jesus Christ, Harmon, pick a damn side already. You can't sit here and complain about the game before it comes out and then start running around being a little cheerleader. Rage 2 reminded me of Mad Max for some reason. Well, that was because it was made by Avalanche Studio that made the Mad Max game. They literally took Mad Max and Borderlands and combined it. Like the layout, the combat, all that stuff was from the Borderlands series because Rage 1 wasn't even a looter shooter, and they made Rage 2 a looter shooter.
had people complaining about like the structure, you had people saying it was casualized, all of which have been shown to be not true. Okay.
I mean, from what I've been seeing, no, that's not true. It's actually they did casualize it, Harmon, so you're not right.
Like it was interesting kind of seeing just how quickly the narrative imploded. People fought to try and keep you from playing this, and in the end, people bought and played it anyway, and were just like, no, this game is genuinely good. So what's happened is that a lot of these grifters have buckled down, bought the game, and are now trying to play.
Harmon, if anything, you're being the grifter right now because you yourself don't even believe this. You were talking so much crap about Metroid Prime 4 before it even came out. You were saying how it didn't look good. And the only reason you're doing this is because you're trying to damage control for Nintendo. Now, I don't think he's actually grifting to try to get views and money because I think he knows he doesn't really get those. But still, if anything, you're doing that. You're damage controlling for him.
Through.
Oh, very true. Horror Hellfire. Harmon is a verifiable grifter. He is literally a grifter who doesn't get paid. That's literally how it is.
Through it. Like I've seen several people try and say like I 100% of the game. It was the worst game I've ever played in my life. Like it's just a grift. Don't.
I mean, if we're being honest, if someone 100% of the game and it wasn't some type of challenge or something, if it was just someone who wanted to play the game and they just happened to 100% it, I'm pretty certain that, and if you're going to do that, that means that you probably enjoyed the game somewhat, because 100% of the game, you got to play through it twice. Who's going to play through it twice unless it's a challenge of some type?
Believe it. You're telling me that you 100% of the game in a day, you took 10 hours to just play through.
Well, I mean, no one can Like the game's about 10 hours long. There's no way to 100% the game because you unlock the hard mode after beating it once. So to go back through and play it on hard mode, I mean, it would take more than 10 hours then.
This new Metroid game, like day one, but it's like, oh, but it was also the worst game you ever played. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like that's just the
Okay, I can handle a lot of people not liking the game, but saying it's the worst game, that's a stretch. They're reaching to say that kind. Legend ZA is hands down still way worse than Metroid Prime 4.
reality of it. Like if you just look at the narrative versus reality, if you look just how like hotly contested all this is, the simple fact of the matter is that like all of the praise this game gets holds up and all the criticism does not. Like I
No, the criticism holds up. That open world is not good, Harmon. The open world, it is trash. It's barren. It's lifeless. It's boring. The only thing you do in the open world is collect those green gems. They should have fleshed it out. And there, I honestly do think that they were rushed. I think Nintendo said, hey, we spent enough money on this, get it polished out and get it out right now. That's what I think Nintendo told Rare. And I think they were planning on fleshing out the open world because Nintendo has some very good open world games. You got Breath of the Wild, you got the Xenoblade games. Those games have side content in the open world. So there's no way that they thought it was a good idea to have a open world Metroid Prime game, but have the open world barren, boring, and lifeless. I do not believe that.
I think over time, people will have like real criticisms about this game. People will have real issues with the plot and the characterization, like I do, right? But like, I'm not sitting here trying to say that like Metroid Prime 4 is like the worst game in the series or the worst game ever made or something that's going to kill.
Well, that's just because it's Nintendo. You literally will sit here and tell games that are amazing, like Expedition 33, and act like it's a downright terrible game, and every Nintendo game is so much better.
The Metroid Prime IP, like, because obviously,
No, Metroid, I can tell you from what I've seen online, Metroid Prime is not worth $70. So far, when I'm playing, if I can get 10 hours of good gameplay out of it, I'd say 60. I do enjoy the combat. I do enjoy the boss battles. And when you get to the actual, whether you want to call them shrines or towers or whatever, they actually are fun.
that's ridiculous.
It's just the open world is trash.
Okay, that's just not going to happen. Like all the problems this game does have would be easily fixable with a sequel. Like,
no, it would be easily fixable if they would have finished the damn game. What it's missing is the side content for the open world. A new game ain't gonna solve it, Harmon.
there is far more to like about this game than to dislike. I feel like the 8 out of 10 scores are perfectly justified because
I agree. That's one of the few times I'm gonna agree with you, Harmon.
it's not some huge genre-defining masterpiece, but at the same time, it didn't
Who
really
was saying
need to
that?
be because this is a game made for a niche audience.
No, they did not make this game to try to make it for a niche audience. Age of Imprisonment is made for a niche audience. Kirby Air Riders is made for a niche audience. Well, no, Kirby Air Riders, they were trying to appeal to a wider audience, but it's going to turn out probably to be a niche audience. No, they made this Metroid Prime 4 game. They intended to have it reach a very wide audience, or they would not have put a open world in a Metroidvania type game.
This is Metroid has never been that big of a Nintendo IP. Like I was perfectly happy with it.
Oh, I bet you are, Harmon. And maybe back in the day it was pretty big.
Like there are definitely some things about it that I was very frustrated with. Like why is there a racetrack? Like things like that.
I mean, actually, I didn't mind the racetrack part. Horror Hellfire. Really love how Harmon was trashing the Metroid IP not 2 months ago. Oh, I know. And you know why Hellfire they trashes it? He only trashed the Metroid IP because it was made by Rare Studios, and that's a Western IP. He doesn't, or a Western studio. He don't like Western studios. If it's not a Japanese studio, he's gonna always find a way to trash it.
That really feel out of place. But like on the as a whole, like
Harmon, what was that thing that you just did with you rolling your eyes back? Harmon, what's going on there?
I found myself like very, very much enjoying this game's high points. Like the way I would describe it is that this game.
Well, I mean, that's anything. There were people that could enjoy Pokemon Legends ZA high points. I don't know of any of them that were there. Outside of the music, that's the only high point I can give it.
Has like some of the lowest lows I think I've seen in
Yes, it's a Metroid Prime, from my knowledge, is a 3D Metroidvania type game.
Any
There to Rorschach. Yeah. From what I was told, it's a 3D Metroidvania type game. So yeah, they put an open world. They have this desert that literally has nothing there. You have like 5 locations you go to, and that's it. But you got to constantly drive around the whole map, and there's no fast travel system whatsoever. And it's not like it's a short drive away. It's a good distance away.
Metroid game, but on the flip side, they're very few and far between, and the rest of the game is genuinely stellar. Like if it was more like even.
No, they're not too far. The first 3 hours is absolutely phenomenal. If you only played the first 3 hours of the game, you're going to wonder, like, why is everybody talking bad about it? Because that's what I was thinking at first, too. But it's once you get to the open world section that is terrible.
Even like I could see this game being like, more in like the 9 out of 10 range. Like that's my main problem with it, is that the quality seems like rather.
Sorry, Harmon. The only way I could say it would be a 9 out of 10 is if they would have dropped it down to $60. If they dropped it down to $60, I could say a 9 out of 10. But so far, there isn't enough content to justify a $70 price tag. And that open world, you just can't excuse it. You can't excuse them messing up in an open world here.
Rather uneven, as opposed to just an all around like all around good experience. If they just it really does feel like to me that the game was rushed. There's all these weird like graphical issues, and all these.
Okay, I don't know of any of the graphical issues. I haven't ran into any of those whatsoever, but I do agree that it was definitely rushed. There's no doubt about that game was rushed, because they sat there. I'm not kidding you. They literally made the open world. Didn't put no fast travel system, but I think that was more of level padding than anything, because how much time you spend going back and forth, driving between all the areas. If they would have put a fast travel in there, from what a lot of people are saying, you could knock off like 3 hours off of that damn gameplay. So there's no way that they decided, oh, let's make an open world, but let's just make it barren. Let's just have no real enemies there. Let's have no objectives or anything. There's absolutely no way, even with Nintendo, who has open world games that are flushed out, there's no way they thought that was a good idea.
These weird bits, like I had this like weird thing happen to me where like I'm running along this platform, and then like the robot that's following me just kind of like jumps in the pit like behind me like 5 times, and like keeps despawning when I needed him to like cross. It was weird, and it made no sense. But like, things.
I must not have made it there, but you're the only one I've ever heard complain about performance issues. I've never heard a single person complain about the performance issues.
Things like that make me feel like the game was unfinished, and that like it really
Really, that's the part you think is unfinished? You don't think the open world wasn't the unfinished part?
needed another year or so.
It did.
Like it really feels like they rushed this out for the Switch 2 launch specifically. And
No, I think they rushed it out because they spent so much damn money on it. It was in development for like 8 years. They've spent so much money on this game, way more than what they wanted to, because they had to reboot it. They wanted to get the game out.
I really don't think they should have done that. I suppose
I don't think anybody thought
they
that.
just wanted to get this project out, just get it out of the way and then move on to the next thing. And that's
Exactly.
what I hope happened, because like I just don't understand like why some of these decisions were made. Like outside.
Harmon, how could you actually be critical of this, but you were sitting here running around saying the Scarlet and Violet had no problems at launch, it's running perfectly fine, everybody's lying, when we all know that wasn't true.
Side of this idea that it was like rushed, it's just that's the only thing I can come up with. Like, but like, they took so much time for this to make this project in general. I hope that they learn from the sequel and like, correct some of these problems. Like at the very least, the follow-up shouldn't have the same kind of development issues that this had.
To be honest, I don't think there's going to be another follow-up. Unless this game sells well, I don't see them doing it. Price, I felt so lightheaded, had to do a Mr. Miyagi meditation technique. Yeah, that's true, PlayStation Gamer. but he's going to say that the game isn't as bad as everyone is saying it is, contradicting himself constantly. Very true, Horror and Hellfire. It is interesting how Harmon can be somewhat coherent with his criticisms of Metroid, but he's still heavily vague posting and very out of touch with game development, even at a consumer level. Very true.
Like, I don't think it's going to take another 7 years for the sequel, but like that's just my mindset. Like, looking at this is
Well,
that
your
like, yeah,
mindset makes no
there are
sense.
things you can like nitpick and complain about. Like, I'm seeing a lot of people talk about like the length of time we had to wait. Like, I'm seeing a lot of people talk about like Viola and like things like that. And there's definitely like criticisms to be had here. I've been very critical of this release over the years, but like in general, like
It wasn't even out, so you were heavily critical of the previous games, Harmon. That's what you're supposed to say, not of this one because it just came out.
honestly, like I think this game was like quite a lot better than what I was expecting. And that's kind of what I'm seeing from like a lot of the people, especially the
Well, see, Harmon, when you actually play a game and don't complain about it or try to cast it off because it was made by a Western studio, it's actually not that bad.
people who were like initially very critical of the game and thought it was like we're saying it was a complete disaster. Like, the more people play it, the more people realize it's like pretty solid. Like, and again, it's not the greatest game ever, but like at the same time, like there are just so many other better Nintendo games out there. So like that's kind of my mentality.
Yeah, there's a lot more better games than Legends EA. There's going to be a lot more better games than that Pokepia. I mean, this game is hands down better than the damn Legends EA game. So that's not a hard thing to accomplish.
Is that like this could have been a lot better for sure, but at the same time, like the people who are sitting there screaming about how this is like gonna destroy the IP, they're just completely delusional. And I think
I would say if Legends EA didn't destroy the Pokemon IP, then this isn't going to destroy the Metroid IP. But I mean, it's Pokemon after all. Who are we kidding?
over time,
The only thing that can destroy that is if Game Freak refuses to make a new one.
like as more and more people play this, like I think this is gonna be like fairly popular for what it is. Like you're seeing a lot of people do this thing where they're like, oh, it's kind of similar to older Metroid Prime games, which shouldn't be a criticism because like nothing's really like done.
I mean, I have not really heard too many people criticizing the game saying that it's like the older Metroid games. I've never really heard anybody say that. Usually it's the opposite.
On the same thing that Metroid Prime has done, but like
So who have you been listening to, Harmon? Are you going on 4chan again?
I feel like people who have never played the original trilogy would really, really, really enjoy this for what it is. That's kind of
Well, I agree too. I'm actually enjoying it, but that's just because I have absolutely no expectation. But there are going to be people that enjoyed the Rage 2 game. I didn't enjoy it because it wasn't a Rage game.
my feeling on it, because at my core of cores, like my primary complaint with this game is that it's just not as good as the first three. Is just
Wait. You said you don't like the first three games before. You were trashing the first three. So now you're saying that it's not as good as the first three, but you enjoyed it. That don't make no sense, Harmon.
my genuine feeling on it. And there are like those are like some of the best games ever produced. You know what I mean? Like some of the best games on GameCube and Wii. Like the fact that 4 isn't as good as those isn't really like downplaying it at all. Like, it's just a solid first person adventure game from like a new.
I mean, it kind of is when you sit here and say that you enjoy Metroid Prime 4, but then you hated the first three. That is kind of downplaying. It makes absolutely no sense, Harmon.
Team at Retro, like who wanted to do something a little bit different, who had a lot of interesting ideas.
I think this was Nintendo wanting to do something different, not Retro.
And some of them work and like some of them don't. And I think this is just, to me, like this reminds me a lot of Twilight Princess, actually. Like that's the comparison I came up with when I was playing this, is that it feels like the new team is like trying to imitate like what came before. They're trying to like recapture what they did while still giving like their own like kind of little like twist to it.
Okay, if that is true, And this was Rare's way of putting their own little twist on it. Rare, you better never make an open world game ever again because you really failed at that.
And like what ends up happening when you do that is that you just kind of people just kind of like universally agree like the old one was better. But at the same time, you know, like younger players who grew up with Twilight Princess are like very, very attached to it. Like I knew people who like
I actually like Twilight Princess. I never understood the hate behind that one.
you know, I knew a girl who played through that game like 18 times, like within like a year. You know what I mean?
Just because you watch someone on YouTube play it doesn't mean you know them, Harmon.
Like I knew people who never got tired of Twilight Princess, who like loved it more than anything. And like Prime 4, I think, kind of has that same kind of energy in that, like, if you play
Harmon, there could be that energy for any game. There are people that play the most downright terrible games over and over and over again. That makes absolutely no sense what you're trying to say.
a ton of games, like, yeah, it might come off as underwhelming, but if you're someone
That PlayStation Gamer, a game so mid DSP stopped playing after Stream 2. Well, if we're being honest, PlayStation Gamer, it don't take much to get DSP to stop playing a game soon after he starts it. So if we're being honest, it don't take much for DSP to do that one.
who's like playing this
Remember how fast he quit DK Bonanza?
genre or this series for the first time, I think you're going to come away with like a very positive experience towards it. Honestly, that's kind of my mentality looking at this, is that like Prime 4 seems to be very, very successful, but older fans may not necessarily be ecstatic about everything that this game does. And it's a very necessary thing, I feel like, because, you know, Metroid fans are like old as dirt now. You know, like I'm seeing a lot of people
I mean, Harmon, we're all getting old, even you, man.
saying that like they grew up with the original 1986 release, you know, the game that
was
came out
before my
40 years
time.
ago. Okay, like I'm seeing so many people like, you know, talking about how they were huge Metroid fans back in the day, and like, oh, it's way different than it was when Super came out. The series needs to evolve. Okay, like that.
I mean, the Pokemon games are different than when Red, Blue, and Yellow came out. So what's your point, Harmon?
That's just the reality of it, is that it does need to grow. It does need to do new things. And like Tanabe seems
Harmon, you yourself are saying that Nintendo doesn't need to grow their IPs. They don't need to evolve them. What they're doing is the best way. You were saying you didn't want them to. And now you're saying it with Metroid Prime 4? You make no damn sense, man.
to, more than anyone, seem to understand that the natural evolution of the Metroid IP is to give more focus to the Galactic Federation troopers. That's what I find really interesting about this, is that like they put a lot of effort into like
All right, how much longer do we have on this video? Because he is making me crazy. Okay.
you know, they actually tried to give them a personality. They actually tried to give them a role in the plot. They actually tried to do things with them. And I think that
Harmon, when are you going to get a personality?
effort really should be commended, because I could see this becoming a huge deal in future installments. Like we just have to wait and see.
I seriously doubt it's going to become a huge deal, Harmon. And up next, we got good old player essence.
Let's see here. With Switch 1 for 6 months, many grifters were initially confident Switch 1 was going to fail, but with Switch 2, they just hope and want Switch 2 to fail because, I don't know, because Nintendo's greedy and evil. Yeah, that's the reason.
Most of us did not want Nintendo to actually fail. We wanted Nintendo to not do as well so they get humbled. Unfortunately, that didn't work out.
What's up, Sean? 2017, people actually made money from playing games like Breath of the Wild and streaming platforms. Now you need to be loud and have the most strong things to say to get views rather than playing the games. Yeah, and I think that it kind of coincides like with the sports world.
I mean, we could say the same thing about you guys. You guys have to constantly make videos, damage controlling, being disingenuous. Look at what you do for Pokemon all the damn time just so you can get views. You guys are the ones doing that.
With, you know, not everything, but in the sports world, the debate shows, the, you know, yelling shows, all of those shows do way better than a lot of the hardcore sports shows from back in the day, like the actual like Sports Center, right?
Yes, because it's probably because they're more entertaining. That's the reason.
Like ESPN First Take, that'll get you more views than Sports Center these days. So yeah, I think that's really what we're looking at here.
No matter what you say, you keep saying about all this negativity. I guarantee you that the videos that were coming out of Woods when it came to those whole fake leak direct crap, you guys are getting way more views than what we were getting with our so-called negativity hate stuff that you're trying to always paint us as.
It's pretty much the same thing with like also social media streaming, you know, whatever platform you're talking about. The more outlandish, the more crazier, the more controversial you'll act, the more attention that you get, therefore increasing your revenue opportunity.
Is that why you're always trying to be damage controlling? Is that why you were getting more views with the Pokemon stuff? Because you were damage controlling all the damn time trying to be controversial?
But yeah, that's where like I think like the grift comes in. There's people that don't really care about the games, don't really care about the craft, don't really care about that. They only care about themselves.
Like you, when you're damage controlling all the time? You're literally describing yourself there.
And they only care about, you know, sparking some type of reaction to make money. And I think that it's funny because people act like that's not what they're doing, but that's clearly what they're doing, you know?
Oh, it's just like when you say you're not a fanboy and you're not doing toxic positivity, we all see right through it. We all see what you're doing. You're not running around damage controlling because you are sitting here talking about those games because you actually enjoy them. If you truly did what you enjoy, talking about the games that you're enjoying, you wouldn't have to run around damage controlling, being disingenuous to sit here and paint Nintendo in a certain way.
You know,
But we get it, my guy. Your rent is due right now. We get it.
we see it like guys like Nintendo. We see it with lots of people. You know, people that don't really care about certain things, or they just say things just to try to get a reaction. You know, like for
I mean, do you not do that too? See, what it is he doesn't actually watch the videos. He just sits there and looks at the thumbnail, looks at the title, and gets all triggered. So because he got triggered over it, he has to act like that's what we're purposely doing.
For example, you look at stuff like these portable PCs. You know, where's all the videos about portable PCs selling like absolute garbage?
Where were all the fanboys defending those portable PCs? And they sold well enough. They weren't trying to sell them for like as much as Nintendo does. Nintendo has to sell their hardware so they can make a profit because they only put their games on there. Steam, like we can use Valve as an example. They put their games everywhere. They don't have to make a hardware. Their hardware isn't tied in to their software like Nintendo is. So that's completely different, Player Essence. You're being so like, what's the word I'm looking for? You're making a false comparison like you always do.
There is none. Where's all the
And I mean, there are some. You guys have made videos on them.
How about the amount of videos of people saying that the Switch 2 would fail, or that it's not going to sell, or the Switch 1 would fail? Where are those same type of...
Okay, I don't remember the Switch 1 videos because I wasn't really watching back then, but I don't remember too many videos that were saying that the Switch 2 is going to fail. Probably what you did was you looked at a title, you looked at a thumbnail, you didn't watch the video like we all know you don't. You got a Sparks Note version from your damn Elite Ninjas, and they took stuff out of context like they always do.
Of videos with portable PCs now that a lot of them have not done well. Oh, well, there's no money in that because people online actually like PC. They revere.
I mean, you made a video on selling your Steam Deck, so there's obviously money involved in it. You got more views on that video than the majority of reviews or your videos now.
Your PC, these are the people that are going to get you all like the hate watching views when it comes to Nintendo content, right?
So then there is money in it then. If you're constantly saying that we're rage baiting. So if we're rage baiting, that means that we're just trying to get hate watch stuff according to what you're saying. So, I mean, if you're going to get a bunch of hate watch people, if you say something bad about PC, I mean, which is not true. I did a video about PC that wasn't in the best light, and I didn't sit here and get a bunch of hate views. I usually get more hate views from the Nintendo stuff. I just gotta take that back. Lately, I've been getting more hate views for the AI stuff than anything.
Right. If you make hate watch content, or if you make angry,
or let me say that, not hate views, I mean hate comments.
Content on PC gaming or portable PCs, there's no money in that because you're just gonna get drowned out by, like, you know, schizo PC people.
Well, if you're getting drowned out, that means they have to come onto your video to comment. So wouldn't that mean that there's money in it? Because if they go onto your video comment, that means they have to watch part of the video. That means you're going to get ad revenue for it. That completely contradicts what you're saying there, Player Essence.
So there's definitely avenues where you can do to make more. So you have guys that are taking advantage of that. Nobody's buying.
Okay, there's money in almost everything. Let's look at Omniarch, for example. He did a video on Xbox, and that video, I believe, got over 200,000 views. During all this supposedly it's only money into hate on Nintendo. He made a video about Xbox. The thumbnail and the title was all about Xbox, and that video got over 200,000 views. So there's money in talking about PC. There's money in talking about Xbox. There's money about talking about PlayStation. There's money in talking about anything.
These portable PCs. Yet certain people like Nintendo who love to talk about how bad the Switch 2 is selling. He's made 0 videos about how terrible portable PCs are, but he'll tell you about to go emulate stuff, right? Where's the
handheld PCs? They made profit. And again, it's a false comparison because the Switch 2 or Nintendo has to sell the hardware. Their software is ingrained into the hardware. Because the only time they make money on their software is if you play it on the Switch 2. For those handheld PC, the software isn't tied to them.
The videos about how bad they've sold? 0. Of course, because the same energy's not there. You see what I'm saying?
But it's because it's a false comparison. If it was a proper comparison, there would be the same type of energy.
So that's where the grift is coming into play.
That doesn't mean that's a grift. Even if we go by your own definition, Hellfire actually explained it the best. Hellfire, from what I remember in her live stream, she was saying that, and Hellfire, if you're still watching, correct me if I'm wrong, but you pretty much sat there and said that if you're saying stuff that you don't agree to get views, then that's grifting. So Player Essence, you yourself keeps sitting here adding to the definition of what a grifter is. First, you're like, oh, well, they don't believe in what they're saying. They're only doing it for money. Then you're like, oh, well, there's no money in doing videos on PC. So they're only doing it on Nintendo. So that's where also the grift. That doesn't make no sense.
You care about sales in one respect. You care about, oh, physical media key cards are a problem. Oh, but by the way,
okay, then why don't you sit here and do videos on PlayStation? Why don't you do videos on Xbox? We all know why you don't do videos on PC. You're too damn scared to sit here and even talk bad about PC, unless it's in your live stream, because you know most people don't watch your live stream.
We're also going to tell people to just go emulate and just buy all digital and just do portable PCs. Why is that a thing? So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's where the grift comes into play, like with certain people that are just looking to, make money.
Okay, that if you're refusing to talk, if you talk about one thing but refuse to talk about another thing, that doesn't make you a grifter. Maybe a hypocrite in a way, but again, it's a false comparison. You don't know what you're talking about, Player Essence, and supposedly, allegedly, you have multiple degrees. How are those working out for you if you don't even know how to draw a clear comparison between two things?
Off of these, like I said, online schizos. So, let's see here. I remember the times when there was a less grifting and more enjoyment and just sitting around with friends and playing video games. None of this crap about it being so greedy. Yeah.
Well, there were probably people that were making this type of content back then also, but you also got to understand that the word grifter wasn't being used back then. This is relatively a newer thing because all it was a tool for the Nintendo people to use as a deflection. That's all it was.
Sonic Slim says, I don't agree. Like, dude, Sonic Slim, that guy's a troll. He just says the same thing every single time he comes in here. Don't worry about him. So what do you rate? Have you played Metroid Prime, Metroid Other M? What would you, if Metroid Prime 4 is a 7 out of 10, what would you rate Metroid Other M? Would it be much lower than that? Or
I mean, it's completely irrelevant, Player Essence, if somebody has played Metroid Prime Other M. If they have played Metroid Prime 4 and they view it as a 7 out of 10, you do understand, because I don't know when Other M came out, but let's say it came out 5 years ago. A 7 out of 10 5 years ago could mean it's a lower score now. Do you not understand that?
Or would it be better than that, Sonic Slim? I wonder how the new Bond will be. I mean, they've shown off the game. I mean, if you want to see gameplay, it's there. They've had multiple trailers too, but they have gameplay. They showed it off, so you can go take a look if you want. Why is someone making a big deal that Switch 2 got temporary discount for a holiday sale? I think some people think that that's signs that it's not selling, so therefore they're doing that. But no, it's not signs of that at all. It's actually selling really well.
Well, facts say otherwise there, Player Essence. Again, they would not give a price drop on a damn system if it was selling so well after the biggest holiday season of the year. The biggest shopping day of the year is Black Friday, and the system got a price drop 3 days afterwards. What you're saying isn't even rooted in any type of logic or facts.
Whenever a retailer makes like a temporary discount, it can even be on a hot selling item just because they want to move more units and they want to get people to their.
Yes, there you go, right there. They want to move more units because they had too many left over from Black Friday. There, you got it correctly.
To their channel because, hey, look, we can take 50 off the price or we can take 25 off the price, and then we can also get them to buy a game or two and make that up.
Okay, if the Switch 2 was so hot, selling out like you always love to claim it is, they wouldn't need to do a price drop. The foot traffic would already be there to go get it. It is very clear to anybody that's actually paying attention who isn't trying to damage control and grift like you like to do. See, if anything, you're the real grifter. All the definitions you guys always try to paint the grifter as, you're literally falling into it right here and now.
So there are some people that just don't understand sales numbers and don't understand marketing and business.
I mean, you don't even understand sales numbers or marketing or business either. You don't understand basic common sense.
Or never worked retail or really don't know about it, but they're just going off of what they think, and usually that's the grifter way.
No, we're going off of what is common sense.
It's not really too much research. How
much research did you do? You don't know how much they sold. At least we're going off of actual common sense. If you would like, we'll introduce you to them. We won't hoard the common sense.
Grifters are good though at making you think that they know retail or that making you think
like
that they know sales. At least they try to make you think that by talking a lot. But they have no actual hands-on experience. They have no developer interviews. They've never worked in the gaming industry. They've never spoke with other developers or worked in business. But they'll try to give the appearance of that they know.
I mean, like you do. We all know that you pretend to be a journalist, a news reporter type of thing, but you never retain any of the information that you talk about.
More than what they actually do by talking a lot. So for example, people who, sit down and damage control Switch 2 sales for an hour and a half in an edited video, not in a live stream.
Okay, you're not even using the terms correctly. Okay, because what you're doing is talking about Nintendo. He didn't damage control the Switch 2 sales. If we're going off of your logic, he was trying to lie or manipulate the damn Switch 2 sales, which he wasn't. You just didn't want to accept that. He sat here and said that, he believed that all those that were shipped out was to stack up for the holiday season for Black Friday. And it shows that it wasn't enough because they had to do a price drop just to move the units. Now, would they have eventually moved those units? Probably, but it would take a lot longer than what they wanted to.
Not actually getting feedback, not actually getting challenging or opposing viewpoints, but actually sitting down in an edited video for an hour and a half, damage controlling why the system is selling so well. Like, people like.
I mean, you could go on for an hour and a half, but it's not like you get challenging viewpoints either. Whenever someone criticizes you and you believe it's a sock account, you just ban them anyways. You time them out.
Like that just, like I said, just talk a lot and, run from debating and discussing.
Isn't that what you did? Didn't you challenge DBZ Nation on your live stream to a debate? Told him to send you over, email you topics that you guys can go over. And when he did that, you realized you couldn't debate him. You couldn't hold your own against him on the topics he wanted to debate. So instead of you choosing the topics or telling him, no, here, let's change the topics, you banned him and ran away like a coward. You got no room to talk.
Their knowledge with other people because they're scared because they know that they're phony. Those people.
I mean, like you did when you ran away. Are you talking about yourself there when you're saying those people?
Those are the type of people that would say stuff like that. Remember, just like how it was scalpers at first. Remember, it was scalpers.
Well, in the beginning, when the Switch 2 sold, yes, it was scalpers. It was also people that are huge Nintendo fans. You can't sit there and say the scalper. There's actual proof that scalpers did buy the system. You guys were complaining about how much they were selling for.
scalpers that were buying the Switch 2. The Switch 2 only sold so well. Well, first it was just a hardcore. It's going to be like the Wii U situation. You know, it's going to be like that. That was the first thing. The next thing was, oh, it's just scalpers. When it continued selling well, it's just scalpers.
Well, in the beginning, it was because of the hardcore Nintendo people and scalpers, or they wouldn't have been trying to sell them for an extreme amount on eBay.
The next thing was, oh, well, nobody's buying it. Nobody's buying it at all. The next thing was, oh, well, in Europe, it got discounted sales. The next thing was, oh.
Well, that's true. You know, you guys don't ever want to bring up like, whenever it comes to Japan getting a cheaper console, or it comes to Europe getting a cheaper console, you guys always want to gloss over that. But then when it comes to PlayStation getting a aggressive price decrease, like you like to claim it did for Black Friday, you have no problem throwing out that discount. But then you sit here and want to act like it's not a big deal when Nintendo gets one.
Oh, it's a slow week in Japan. And then the next thing was, oh, now it's shipped versus sold. And the next thing was, oh, well, it's the worst selling system. It's like, it's never a revolving door with some of these people. They're just grifting for money.
Yes, like you do. You like to grift the damage control because it gets you views.
They've completely shifted what they've said 17 times in a 6-month period. Because once again, they've attracted a certain.
No, they didn't sit here. I'm not going to speak for everybody, but we didn't shift the goalposts or move it or any way. Now, there have been times where my opinions have changed because new facts and information has come out. Anybody should be willing to change their opinions if there is new information that is presented. That's just common sense right there.
Audience
or that's just being a reasonable person
to their base. So yeah, that's what's happening with that, George. Next time. I like your content because you actually do research rather than guess. I think that's pretty awesome. I try to do my research.
How much research did you do against Omniarch? Is that why he had to keep asking you, did you even watch my video? I mean, we all see through it.
All those people will tell me I'm just a crazy I think I got called toxic positivity.
You are toxic. Is toxic positive? Maybe someone might have said that you're being, or that you have toxic positivity or something, but if anything, it would be, the correct way would be to say that you are toxic positive, which you are.
Today from some weirdo, or I'm just a crazy bootlicker fanboy or whatever. I don't research. I don't take the time to do all that.
I think he's talking about me.
But none of these people actually want to talk to me or debate about it for the most part.
Well, then it can't be me.
And the one that did, he got absolutely demolished. The other debate that I did, it wasn't really, I'm not talking about the Omniarch. That was just discussing his.
Oh, of course, because you don't want me to destroy you on that one again. He even, when I reacted to that debate, he even said on his live stream that day, he was like, oh, someone's being ridiculous reacting to my live stream.
His stuff and how, like, the grifting stuff, and like, we're cool. But the other two debates that I did this year, they got absolutely obliterated. So
I mean, I wasn't obliterated by you. I firmly admitted that Prime cooked me. I admitted I didn't come prepared to that debate, but you didn't sit here and obliterate nobody. You contributed absolutely nothing to that debate. You had to leech off of Prime.
A lot of the people saw that and didn't want to talk to me after that, you know? A lot of the people that, you know, that were talking that ish, they saw what happened when me and Prime did that debate. They saw what happened and they're like, oh snap, he's actually going to be logical during the debate.
You weren't logical during the debate. You were emotional.
He's not going to be like on his live streams for entertainment. He's not going to be just talking and saying things for fun. Oh snap, I don't want to talk to him in a debate because he's going to clamp down. He's going to lock me up like he's going to lock me up like Charles Woodson in his prime. So
I mean, the only way you could do that is if you have somebody there dropping facts. You've already proven it. You need someone to leech off of.
That's what happens when it's a debate. I'm going to go into serious mode and I'm going to lock you up. I'm going to say the right things. Like I said, if I'm just having fun,
I mean, you didn't. You made yourself look stupid. Not just against me. You made yourself look stupid against the other guy too.
I did with Omniarch, where I'm just kind of grilling him, shooting the ish. That's whatever. But like,
no, you weren't. That was bullshit. You were trying so hard to fish for a gotcha moment against Omniarch, and Omniarch wasn't falling for it. He wasn't playing your damn game.
If we're talking about a debate, I'm going to research. I'm going to use all my elite ninjas. I'm going to use my ninjas.
You ain't gonna research. Just like you said, oh, I'm gonna use my elite ninjas. That's what he does. That's why it makes him look so damn stupid when he actually does do a debate, because he doesn't know what he's talking about. He gets information from his elite ninjas and they take it out of context.
I'm gonna get background information. I'm gonna do thorough research, and I'm gonna absolutely obliterate you. That's just
I mean, you didn't do that against me or the other guy. That's why you're always asking us questions, because you don't do research. If you did research, you wouldn't have to ask people questions.
really what happens. And after I did that, they were like, "Oh no, I'm good." I know grifters. I have some inside information. There were grifters, popular grifters with subscriber counts that definitely wanted to talk to me. They saw that debate that me and Prime did, and they no longer, well, not that they want to talk to me, they were thinking about it. Their fans were urging them to talk to me, and they were thinking about it based on stuff that they said. They saw that debate that me and Prime did and said, nah, all that talk went away, so.
I seriously doubt that. He's just feeling himself way too damn much right now.
That's what happened. So yeah, they know that I researched. It's just much easier to call me names.
You don't research. You've already proven that you don't. You literally needed, when it came to my debate with you and Prime, you needed Prime to sit here and do anything because Prime would drop facts for you to leash off of. And then when it came to Omniarch, you had no idea what you were even talking about. You had to ask him questions, okay? Because you were fishing for information because you didn't watch his video.
Their Twitter account.
Either that, you didn't watch the video, or you just don't retain any of the information. It's only one of them, too. Even against the other guy in the beginning, you were destroying him. I'll give you that. But but halfway through it switched to where you made yourself look really stupid.
From their social media, from their YouTubes and all that, just call me names and say all this type of stuff, so yeah.
I mean, you're feeling, for a guy who ran away from a debate, banned someone because they realized they couldn't sit here and handle them in a debate, you sure are feeling yourself way too damn much right now. And for somebody, because if everybody doesn't know, Player Essence banned me on Twitter because Player Essence would be like, where's all these videos about this and that? And I would always comment and say, yeah, why haven't you made a video about Nintendo laying off 200 people? Why haven't you made a video calling out Woods for his bullshit? Why haven't you made a video about this or that, for the bullshit that Nintendo was doing? And instead of responding, he banned me and ran away like a coward. You're feeling yourself way too much for running away from criticism and being a coward there.
Brian, what is your issue, bro? You're spamming. You're breaking the rules. Stop spamming the same.
How to destroy a person's ego. What do you mean there, Hyper Stark? Why do these lunatic Nintendo fanboys with these lady glasses? Am I on to something? Well, apparently his eyesight's perfect. He just wears them because of the blue screen, from what he says.
Same thing over and over. 30 minutes. Yeah, Omniarch is cool, man. I really got no issue with him. I got no issue with him overall, to be honest. The only thing that I had an issue with at first, I got no issue now. The only thing I had an issue with before is that, once again, he's sitting there talking about how terrible fans are that play Pokemon. At the same time, he's playing a mobile slop game. He's out here.
I mean, the way you're saying it, it sounds like you still have a problem with it because he's still sitting here talking about Pokemon. So how do you not have a problem with them before? The reason why is because you made yourself look bad during that debate with Omniarch, and you're trying to sit here and soften the blow is what you're doing.
Chilling and hyping up and talk about how much he loves a mobile Clash of Clans Chinese knockoff game. Yeah, he's telling people, oh, you're just consumers and you're this, and bashing people for liking Pokemon. It's like, wait a minute, bro.
He wasn't bashing people for liking Pokemon. What the hell are you talking about?
You out here shilling for...
He says that Pokemon is a slop trash game, which it was.
This mobile slop. So that's the only thing, really. Like I said, I think he's a cool dude. I don't got a problem with him. He does do the grift thing for views on YouTube, and that's fine,
I mean, I think that's what you do. If you truly did what you like to do and truly did what you enjoy and just talked about the games that you loved, you wouldn't be even making Nintendo content, because it's not like you always were making Nintendo content. Before, you were doing top 10s, top 10 this, top 10 that. You were mainly talking about more RPG and JRPG stuff, but you couldn't make no money on the PlayStation aspect or on the Xbox aspect or on the PC aspect. You fell into Nintendo because those were the only videos that were getting you views. So you had to sit here and jump on Nintendo. That's why whenever we see you react to a Nintendo trailer, like when it came to Mario Kart World or when you were playing Mario Kart World, it's not even believable that you enjoy it. That's why you don't live stream that much anymore, because it looks like you're not actually enjoying it that much.
That's fine. I don't think he's a bad person at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's a bad person. I just found it hypocritical. That's all.
It's not hypocritical. Calling one game slop and another game not slop, that doesn't mean it's hypocritical. You don't even know what that means.
Let's see. What I love about Nintendo Grift community is that when you bring up the Wii U, there's a common thing. They are kids from the Wii U era. The cost of games is hitting them. But you also have other fans being salty and say how you aren't worth debating. We don't want another Ackman versus Andy Pants debates. All you do is just yell, etc. Shaking my head, just excuses.
I have no idea who Ackman and the other person is, so I have no idea what it means.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really excuses. But then at the same time, like, I don't necessarily, like, I don't think it's completely meritless in terms of, like, the yelling situation or whatever. I mean, I have been rude.
No, the reason why that people don't want to have a debate with Player Essence is because it wouldn't be like a good debate in a sense. Like, I can have a civilized debate. If there's two people that plan on wanting to have a civilized debate, Player Essence can't do that. The only reason why that he was able to have a somewhat civilized debate with Omniarch. Now, I know Player Essence very well from all the content that I've consumed of him, so I can tell what he was doing. Anybody that actually knows him knows that he was trying to poke at Omniarch. Omniarch wasn't falling for it. Omniarch kept his cool, so he couldn't sit here and do anything like that, because what he likes to do in debates when he can't get you logically, he wants to poke and get you to snap so he could play victim. Because he tried to do the same thing with me because he wasn't able to get me logically. And so we kept going around and around in circles. And then towards the end, he was just trying to poke and get me to snap. And towards the end, he did.
Sometimes in some of the debates, just because, like, debates are kind of like that. I mean, you don't have to be those. So I think that.
I'm about to say, no, you don't. You can say that, oh, they're kind of like that. No. You look at professional debates, okay? Even though I don't like talking politics, go look at the presidential debates. They're not really yelling.
That's something, if I ever do another debate, I've got to kind of tone that down a little bit. But once again, I came from a different era where, like,
nah, don't give that bullshit with the error shit. You do it because you get a kick out of destroying people. The thing is, you are a sore loser and a sore winner. Because when you're winning, like that guy that you were debating with on Flipping the Switches channel, okay, you sat even though halfway through you pretty much had won. The guy didn't know what he was talking about. He clearly didn't research anything. You had already won, but that wasn't enough for you. You had to sit here and seek and destroy him. You had to obliterate him. And in that process, you end up looking like an idiot. You made yourself look so damn bad because you had no idea what you were talking about, trying to get him for every little gotcha. Then it was the same thing with me. Okay. Or, I mean, not with me, but when you sit here and, like, let's say that that you lose, you're a sore loser. So that's the reason why people don't want to debate you, because there's nothing constructive that's going to come out of it.
Being a little rude during a debate or being a little eccentric or loud or whatever the case is, it's not a big deal. You know,
I agree it's not a big deal, but the problem with you is not going to be a constructive debate. That's why nobody really wants to debate you.
I come from that era, you know, where, you know, barbershop, but once again, you're not talking to the
all
homies in the barbershop. You're not talking to your people that you're friends. You're talking to people that probably don't like you that much.
Okay, Player Essence, the thing is, all those people that you claim you want to debate, like, here, we'll say he wants to debate Alex. He don't want to debate Fertanga. He's scared to death of Fertanga. Fertanga must have put the fear of God into him or something. I don't know what. But, like, even with Alex, I grew up, me, Alex, you, Omniarch, we all grew up in that time when you want to say that barbershop talk. We're all around this. We're all part of the same generation here. We all grew up around that. The newer people, if anything, aren't the ones that want to deal with that. But the thing is, it has nothing to do with, oh, I grew up in a different era. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's because it wouldn't be constructed. There wouldn't be a point to it because everybody knows what you want to do.
Or really don't care about you. So you have to kind of think things a little bit differently. So I think that if I ever did do another debate, I try to, you know, tone it down, which I think I have, especially from my previous ones, like a long time ago. I think it's definitely better. You know, my last couple ones have been more just kind of like tongue in cheek or funny. Like my Omniarch one was just me kind of smiling and laughing the whole time. Some people took it too seriously though.
Oh, bullshit. You're only saying that because you made yourself look extremely bad. You notice when he makes himself look bad and he doesn't win a debate, he's like, oh, I was just playing around. I wasn't being serious. Mm-hmm.
When it comes to like my other debate, you know, like that I did with Nintendo Prime, obviously that one was a bit more serious, and yeah, you know, like I said, obliterated, right?
It didn't even need to be serious. You're the one that made it serious. I'm not the one that was getting triggered. You were the one that was getting triggered, and you didn't obliterate nobody. Why are you always trying to rewrite history?
Right? So I think it's really more about that. I don't think it's about, you know, when it comes to like debates, it's not really it's a waste of their time, because it wouldn't be a waste of their time, because some of these
I mean, you're really not worth their damn time.
people have way less subs than me, right? So
Subscribers don't mean anything. When are you going to get that through your thick head? So when you can have as many subscribers as you want. Guess what, Player Essence? They're not watching your stuff. You have a hard time hitting 10,000 views. All those people that you want to sit here and debate that have less subscribers than you, they're getting more views than you. And not by a little bit. They're getting a large amount of views over you. Your subscriber count does jack shit for you.
if you have way less subs than someone else, and you have a popular topic that gets views, which is Switch 2, it would definitely be worth your time. If you're someone who's
No, it's worth your time because you get to clout chase on them. Because even though they may have less subscribers than you, they're getting way more views than you are. Your views are not good compared to what your subscriber count is.
anti-Switch 2, and you have someone that's pro-Switch 2 or is a Nintendo fan that has more subs than you or has a good amount of subs, it's definitely worth your time to debate them if you feel that if you feel that you can expose them, or if you feel that you're better than them, or if you feel like, you know more than them, or if they're being irrational. I would jump at the opportunity for a bigger content creator.
Of course. The reason why you want to debate Alex is because he's getting more views than you are and you want to clout chase on him. The reason why you want to debate Nintendo because he's getting way more views than you are too. It's a way for you to get your name out there. You're the one that's going to benefit from it.
That said, hey OJ, you're stupid when it comes to Switch 2. You don't know what you're talking about. Come debate me. I'll destroy you. Dude, I would be there in a half second. I'd be.
Well, I mean, DBZ Nation did it, but then you banned him and ran away like a coward. He's literally offered to give you money. He's literally said that if you win, he'll pay you. And you still ran away and hid like a coward.
Be there. I'd be like, name a time, name a place, name a date, name a whatever. Like, sign me up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course, because you want to clout chase on people's good name.
that's what I would be like. So usually when people that have less subs or they don't, you
can keep going on about this less subs. They're still making more money than you.
They don't have as many, or their arguments are, they're bad. They're bad arguments overall. They know that they don't really have anything on me overall. Like, yeah, it makes more sense to try to act like, oh, well, yeah, I'm above it, or, it would be a waste of time, when that's a complete lie.
I mean, it probably would be a waste of time. That's why they're not wasting their time to debate you.
Anybody that's a content creator will tell you that is a flat out lie. If people did want to have a debate with me, right, when it comes to Switch 2 stuff, and they had less subs, it's absolutely worth their time if they could actually beat me in the debate,
No, because you act like your subscriber count means something. Again, your subscriber count means nothing. Your views aren't equating to what your subscriber count is. All those people that you're referring to, because we all know you're talking about Alex and Nintendo, they're getting more views than you. You're the one that needs the debate. You need to stay relevant. They are relevant and you're not anymore.
But they know that they couldn't. So why would they debate?
For someone who has a hard time getting 10,000 views when they have well over 100,000 subscribers, you're feeling yourself a little too much right now.
Debate me when they know that they're going to lose. And
I can believe
that
it.
It would look bad on them.
George, he got his subs from Spawnwave. Well, if we're going to make it correct, he got his subs from RGT85, most likely, because he has more subs, I believe, than Spawnwave does.
And they know that it would kill some of their grift momentum, So that's the real reason why they won't do the debate. Now, like I said, I get it for some, that were, I could be a little bit eccentric, a little bit rude at times. I get that. Maybe you don't want to be subjected to that. But the problem is that they don't want to debate Nintendo Prime either. And Nintendo Prime is pretty much like, he's way different.
I would actually agree. Nintendo Prime is very respectful. I've said this many of times, even though he's my rival and he drives me crazy. Nintendo Prime, he would not be disrespectful. He's not like Player Essence whatsoever. But the problem is Nintendo Prime associates himself with you. So when you associate yourself with a trash person like Player Essence, it tarnishes your name and your reputation. That's why nobody really wants to debate Nintendo Prime either. If he didn't associate himself with you, maybe then he wouldn't sit here. Maybe more people would want to debate him then.
So I would agree with that, but then I'd also say, even if I was a bit more, chill.
But if we're talking about, Nintendo doesn't really want to debate. He hasn't even, many of us have offered to collab with him and he hasn't done it yet because either he's too busy or doesn't feel comfortable doing it. So, I mean, Nintendo, he's a lone person. He doesn't really like doing the collabs or the debates. It is what it is. And also, we just got sorry, it took me a little bit longer. I had to finish what I was saying there, but we just got a super chat from Vetful Zexel for $5. Thank you so much, man. And thank you so much for being a member. Player Essence is not a man because he doesn't admit to his mistakes. And his debate, he will insult you and cries victim. Exactly. I completely 100% agree with you. And Vetful Zexel, since you did a super chat, what song do you want me to play right now? I got my regular theme song. I got one about Harmon, Newcomb, Horn Hellfire, Player Essence, and Desire. Just drop a message right now. You don't gotta drop another super chat, and I can see what you want to actually Geezer Noob, you already were a member. I don't know why it says member for 4 months. That's weird. Okay, but Vetful Zexel, just let me know what song you want me to play. Again, I got the regular theme song. I got one about Harmon, Newcomb Nintendo, Hellfire, Player Essence, and Desire. Dragon Knight Dragonborn. I would put respect on Fritz's name, 100% on Fritz's name. I completely agree. But the thing is, Player Essence is terrified of Fritz. If you ever watch his debates, he avoids so much ever talking about Fritz. There was one time where someone brought it up and he was like, oh, no. Oh, Geezer Noob, he sent a gifted member. Thank everybody, Geezer Noob, for sending a membership. Hey, since you sent a gifted member, Geezer Noob, which song do you want to hear? The regular theme song, Harmon, Newcomb, Hellfire, Player Essence, or Desire? Let me know. Also, Vetful Zexel, let me know which one you want.
With the debates. They don't want to debate Prime. Prime is offered, and none of these guys have debated Prime. None of them have. They've all ran scared from him too, because once again, their money is in the grift. If you destroy the grift, the money stops.
Well, the thing is, even though you destroyed that other guy, you didn't really, if he was grifting, you didn't destroy the grift, because people are going to see that regardless, even if you were to get destroyed or not, the people watching it, if they agreed with you, they're going to agree with you regardless. It doesn't matter if you lose. So that makes no sense. All this is a coping way and a deflection tactic.
Or it makes them look absolutely foolish, or it exposes it. So I'm not scared of anybody. You know what I'm saying? When it comes,
I mean, you're scared of DBZ Nation. You're scared of the criticism I was thrown at you on Twitter. That's why you banned me. So you're full of shit. You're scared to death of Fratanga.
Down to it. I've already debated the people that said that they wanted to debate. We did it. They got.
You didn't debate. For one, I never said I wanted to debate you again. So you need to stop sitting here doing this. Oh, we got Switch After Dark with a $5 super chat. Player Essence is a good dude. Dude, y'all just got off on the wrong foot. I've also offered to have a discussion with Dean, and I don't even disagree with him on everything. I get it, flipping the switch. Hey, which song do you want me to play since you send a super chat? Do you want the theme song, one about Harmon, Newcomb Nintendo, Horn Hellfire, Player Essence, or Desire? Which one do you want to hear, Switch After Dark? Well, since what's his name, Vetful Zexel, since he didn't respond or anything, I'm gonna sit here and play the Harmon Smith song for him. But to Geezer Noob and to Switch After Dark, let me know what song you guys want since you super chatted and gifted memberships. Okay, Switch After Dark wants the theme song.
Got obliterated. I don't.
Yeah, and I agree, Switch After Dark. Player Essence probably is a good dude. Yeah, me and him did start off on the wrong foot, most likely. But, I mean, sometimes he doesn't help his case. Vetful Zexel wants the Player Essence song. Oh, okay. I will move it to the Player Essence one. Vetful Zexel, or not Vetful Zexel, to Geezer Noob. Let me know which song you want, okay, man?
I don't have to do anything else with certain people. But once again, if I'm open. You can DM me. If you're a big content creator, feel free to hit me up. If you think I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm talking about, hit me up. You know, I'm here.
I mean, why does that have to be a big content creator? The reason why you only want it to be big content creators is because you want to get more views. That's the only reason why. If you were interested in actually debating people, you would be willing to take debates with smaller people.
I'm here. I'm ready to go. If you're a smaller content creator, hit me up. Let's see. Let me take a look at your channel, and if you want to, we can do something respectful. I'm down for it as well. So
okay, Geezer Noob wants Harmon.
What's up, Nintendo Prime? But
all right, after this song's done playing, I'm gonna play Geezer Noobs, and I'm gonna play Switch After Darks.
I don't like how months ago he also thinks all you do is just shout during debates, basically kind of throw you under the bus when it comes to debates, and that's fine. Like I said, I don't think that's the case. I think that there's definitely
okay, I wouldn't say that Nintendo Prime is throwing him under the bus. Nintendo Prime says that when Player Essence likes to debate, he likes to set traps, he wants to destroy people. If anybody's ever watched this debate, it's a clear thing that one is factually true.
Like I said, there's some merit to what he's saying, but obviously it's not all just yelling. If you go back and watch the debates, I'm not yelling all the way with that. So I mean, like I said, I think we grew up kind of in different environments, different atmospheres. He has a different debating style than I do. So yeah.
No, I will say this one, Nintendo Prime, because Nintendo Prime and Player Essence are so much alike. The only difference is that Nintendo Prime understands that you get more bees with honey, like that old type of thing. So he understands if he's more respectful, he doesn't come off as harsh like Player Essence does, more people will be willing to collab with you, more people would be willing to debate with you because of that reason. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Long and successful career on.
Alrighty, so that one is it for Player Essence, and we got, like I said, more Harmon. Honestly, there wasn't really much last week. It was mostly Harmon Smith. He went on I swear, Harmon Smith went on a bender this whole damn week.
YouTube. I have proven that PC gaming is failing, that Valve's on the way out, and that Gabe
Valve is further from the way out. You haven't proved shit.
Newell is probably one of the biggest frauds in the industry. Like, he is, to a lot of people, kind of the Lord and Savior of Western AAA gaming. This is the guy who was supposed to usher in PC gaming into Japan. This is the guy who was supposed to destroy consoles. This was the guy who was supposed to...
I've never once heard anybody say that Valve was going to usher in PC to Japan. Never did I hear about somebody saying that was going to destroy consoles. Who says this?
Be this, make
Walmart that's the wrong song.
For gaming, essentially. That was Gabe Newell's big contribution.
Sorry, it's the wrong song.
I created a digital store.
It's not the Harmon song, sorry. It's a different, it should have been the Harmon song. Let me see here. Here. Is that one it? Nope. Wrong one. That it? There we go. Now I got the Harmon one. Sorry about that. That's the wrong. Okay.
Right, yeah. And you didn't make anything. You didn't produce anything. You are a dipshit who...
What are you talking about? Valve has made plenty of songs. Or wait, that is not the song. Nope, that is not. I'm sorry. I can't play the Harmon song. For some reason, it's not the right one. I'm sorry. So here, I'll play the Player Essence song again, and then I'm going to play the theme.
Lives on a yacht, okay? You are the very picture of everything wrong with game dev and everything wrong with this industry. Someone like Shigeru Miyamoto produced content for decades, all of which far surpassed anything you did. Okay, I talked a lot about like how Gabe Newell is a fraud and how the Church of Steam is just a complete cope, how your religion is a lie, and how you need to face the facts, how you need to accept that Gabe is not God, is not a
No one thinks Gabe is God. Who are you kidding here?
God, and that gaming is has grown and evolved without his influence. That this guy, this land whale, has never contributed anything to gaming whatsoever. I've talked a lot about all of that, but
I mean, Gabe has contributed a lot. He's definitely, I would probably say he's one of the people that made PC gaming so popular.
it's time to talk about the future, because how exactly is the lie going to collapse? You know, when exactly are we all just going to acknowledge that PC gaming has completely failed and that it's not really going to go anywhere? Like, at what point are we going to acknowledge that it's too expensive, that it's unreliable, that it's just...
I mean, it's not unreliable, and it's only as expensive as you really want it to make it. It's not that much more than what what a console costs, from a lot of people are saying.
It's just a complete disaster. Like, I think anybody with two brain cells to rub together has already realized that. Like, it's not complicated to see that, like, buying a video game console with Grand Theft Auto 6 is cheaper and more affordable than building a high-end gaming PC with a bunch of older titans, okay?
Yeah, you're talking about a high-end, but you can build a PC around the same level as a PS5 Pro for about the same amount of money.
Like, if you went ahead and built a high-end gaming PC for Grand Theft Auto 6, like, it's not even going to get a day one release. Like, you are better off getting a console. Like, that's just the reality of it. They are the exact same thing, but more affordable. And everyone always copes like, well, like, we have the Steam sales and we have older games like Hey Genius. Like, who in the world has the...
Now, Steam sales, okay, I will say, they are amazing, but I was a little disappointed with the Black Friday. To be honest, because I've been tracking the Steam sales the last few months, and all those games that we saw the last 3 months that were on sale, they were exactly the same price as they were for the Black Friday sale. The only ones that I saw that were on sale that you didn't see in the last 3 months was the PlayStation titles and the Xbox titles. Those are the only ones that I saw on sale. And I was checking them like on the eShop, and I was checking on the PSN store. If the game was also on sale on those platforms, they're about the same price.
the time play.
Uh-oh. What the hell?
Much time it takes.
Oh,
to get
there it
through,
goes.
Like, a lot of these older RPGs, you know, like, it took me 50 hours to get through Tales of Symphonia. It's taken me like 55 to get through. I'm like 55 hours into the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. You know, I'm like 25 hours into Kirby Air Riders. You know, like, it takes a lot of time to play any of the good games on the platform.
How many hours into Kirby Air Riders? Harmon, do you have a life? That game is not that much damn fun.
On that come out. And the trend
you have a
I
brain
notice
fart
with
there?
PC gamers is that they tend to, like, buy a bunch of games on sales and then, like, never really touch them at all. And if they do, it's some,
Not
like,
true.
meme game that they can stream or talk about. Like, it's kind of remarkable whenever you see, like, say, Review Tech USA's play history on Steam. Like,
Well, Harmon, it is literally smart to buy a bunch of games on sale, and then you have games to play when you're in between the bigger games that you're waiting on. That's the smart way to do it. But you buy up everything brand new right when it is, so of course you're gonna sit here and buy, because you buy every single thing.
like, that guy doesn't play anything, you know? Like, whenever
You don't play
see,
anything.
like, his play log, like, get leaked, it's like 700 hours in Elden Ring. And apparently that
And?
was because he just left it on the title screen.
And that means he plays a game. You have no idea what you're talking about. But 700 hours in a single game, that is a long ass time.
For that amount of time. Like, a lot of these guys don't play games. Like, the idea behind PC gaming, the appeal of it is kind of like presenting yourself as being above, like, typical console players, but in actuality, like, they're kind of they're sophists, you know? They are complete plebs
They're what? So what the hell does that mean, Harmon?
who just want to position themselves as being better than the average gamer, but in reality,
don't have the slightest clue about what's actually come out. Like so many of them are seething about like the Switch 2, which is still not been cracked and is still not emulatable.
I mean, they probably know more than you do. And I'm pretty certain that Metroid Prime 4 is emulatable right now, if I remember correctly.
It's remarkable to me, like how many of these people tried to come out and tried to call the Switch 2 overpriced and the game's too expensive when.
Well, if we compare it to Japan's Switch 2, yes, it is overpriced. And their games are overpriced. Mario Kart World's overpriced. DK Bonanza should have been 60. Even though I absolutely loved Age of Imprisonment, and I actually do think Age of Imprisonment is worth $70, but since it's a niche title, no, that game should have been 60. Kirby Air Rider should have been 60. So far from what I'm seeing from Metroid Prime 4, it should have been 60. Fleb is short for Flebian, a commoner or layman in Roman society. Oh, okay. Thank you, Switch After Dark. I'm not college educated like you guys are. I got my education from public school.
PC
Nothing wrong with public school. I was joking.
in and of itself is already too expensive. And now we're seeing a lot of prominent people in the PC gamer space, people like Grums, like grifters of that nature, like they are acknowledging that the price of PC parts is going up. So no more of this coping that like, well, you can buy the best.
Yes. And you do understand that consoles also take VRAM also. That's what's making the PCs go up. So eventually the consoles are going to go up too, Harmon. The Switch is going to go up. PlayStation, that one depends. PlayStation they stockpiled on a bunch of VRAM. Switch After Dark. Sometimes it makes you dumber. Look at Harmon here. Oh, very true. But he dropped out of college. Just saying on that one. He did not graduate.
Best parts on sale on Good Egg, and you can build a PC that's more powerful than a console at half the price. Like that was never true, and that's.
Who said that they can build the same level of console at half the price? I have never heard that one. Every time I hear it's like $50 more. From what I believe it's Alex who keeps saying you can make a PC that's PS5 level pro, okay, at $800, which is $50 more.
Going to become even less true as the price of parts goes up. That is going to be the trend. And specifically, what's going to end up happening is that people are going to become more and more aware of the downsides of PC gaming. Okay. People are going to notice more and more that there are plenty of console exclusives that never.
I mean, what is really the downside? Now, I don't think PC is perfect. I do think that there are criticisms towards PC, but Harmon, if there are some downsides, can you please explain? And if you're going to talk about exclusives, the only exclusives left are the Switch 2 exclusives. Well, and a couple PS5 games.
Never come to PC. I already brought up Grand Theft Auto 6 as an example, but
Grand Theft Auto 6, Harmon, it may come to PC before it goes to the Switch 2, if it does. I am severely worried how well that game is going to play, because if we just go off of the rumors, okay, you're going to have a hard time playing Grand Theft Auto 6 on the base PS5 at a lock 30. So if the PS5 is having a hard time running it over 30, I don't know how well the Xbox Series S or the Switch 2 is going to handle that game.
Unicorn Overlord and a lot of other Vanillaware games are another good example. And of course, you have Nintendo exclusives.
Okay, I think Unicorn Overlord, I believe, is on the PC. May not be correct, but we got Switch After Dark. All this will apply to console gaming too. It's part of what I warned against the Switch 2, and sad stick with the Switch 1 a couple more years. Exactly. We got I can't pronounce the name. I'm sorry. He's talking to someone else. Switch After Dark. It's a cheap and available system in time of macroeconomics and geopolitical turmoil. Exactly. I actually do think the Steam Deck is also up there. I mean, if you want to buy yourself 2 controllers, an HDMI cord, and a stand, you're looking at It's technically $80, but you get a case with the Steam Deck. So you take $20 off that. You're paying $60 more. So I would say that the Steam Deck is also another alternative to get into gaming at a cheap price too. It's more or less determines how many assets can be looked at in at a time. I don't know what you're talking about. Where the F is Harmon recording from, in his basement dweller, or is he living with his parents? I have no idea. Oh, Metroid Prime 4 is utter garbage. I don't think it's garbage. I actually do not mind. I actually am enjoying Metroid Prime 4. I just hate the desert area. I do not like the open world. It's barren. It's boring. It doesn't really have any enemies. It's like, I don't know where they were. I still stand by this one. I think Nintendo rushed Rare to get that game out, and I think they intended to put side content in that open world, because there is no way that Nintendo made a game like Breath of the Wild, Xenoblade Chronicles, where they sat here, flushed out all that open world with awesome content, and then said, oh no, for Metroid Prime 4 we're going to make it barren and nothing there. That makes no sense. Switch After Dark, yeah, Steam Deck fits that bill too, exactly. $2,000 price console in the near, it better not be $2,000. Are you kidding me? Anything beyond those systems will overshoot and use less available parts. Exactly.
Like there's plenty of reasons to own a Nintendo console over a PC, right? More and more.
I mean, there's plenty of reasons to own a PC over a Nintendo console. There's plenty of reasons to own a PC over a PS5 or a console over a PC. I mean, you can go either way. It doesn't matter. Oh, we got a $5 super chat from Switch After Dark. Prime 4 is not a Metroid game. Well, is it not a Metroid Prime game, or is it not a Metroid game? I actually am enjoying it. And what song do you want me to play, man? I got the theme song, one about Newcomb, Horn Hellfire, Player Essence, or Desire. Let me know which one you want to hear.
People are going to start realizing that. And eventually, more and more people are going to realize that they are indeed wasting their time messing around with Steam, because Steam does not offer a better experience than consoles. Like everyone.
Okay, I disagree with that one right there. Now, I may not be overly huge on PC, but when it comes to the storefronts, I love Steam. When it comes to the eShop, PSN, Steam, I absolutely love Steam. I think Steam has the best storefront out of any game storefront I have seen, because they make it so easy to find the good games. Because you go on PlayStation, okay, you said Newcomb? There we go. Because if you go on if you go on PSN, if you go on the eShop, both of them, now Nintendo's worse than this, but the eShop and the PSN, they both have a lot of acid flip, slop, shovelware games. And with Steam, you do too. But Steam makes it so easy to find the good ones. I love Steam for that.
Everyone insists it does. Everyone insists this is some like glorious thing that's so far beyond consoles, that's so much better than them, and it's just some remarkable thing. It's not. Like, the simple fact of the matter is, Steam is something that is propped up by people who don't know the first thing about consoles, who don't understand how much more affordable they are, and just how much.
You do understand, Harmon, that Steam is not the PC. Steam is the storefront, right? It's like, with PlayStation, you got the PSN network. With Nintendo, you got the eShop. You do understand that the Steam doesn't cost any money to have. You do understand that, right? It's if you want to buy the game.
Better the game.
You can download Steam onto your phone.
Sorry. And once the cat is out of the bag, once console gamers realize the reality of PC gaming, we are going to see more and more people clowning on them and making fun of them. How many people have we seen on my comment section trying to hype up?
Well, most likely I would agree that probably in the near future, we're going to see more people clown on PC, but I think we're going to see more people clown on PlayStation, more people clown on Xbox, more people clown on Nintendo, because as years go by, YouTube continues to grow. So if we're being honest, there's going to be more people clowning on each other's than what it is now. Unless YouTube stops growing and goes down. Hey, you never know. YouTube could become like a MySpace situation. Only us older people would know that one.
Fortnite. Like, Fortnite was bigger than Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Like, no, it wasn't. You know, Fortnite is a dying fad. You know, 20 years from now, no one's going to remember Fortnite even happened. You know, it's the temple run of its time. Whereas,
Okay, let's see here. How long has Fortnite been around here? When did Fortnite come out? When did Fortnite release? Harmon, Fortnite released 8 years ago. I seriously doubt it's going anywhere right now. If it's been going on, they somehow stayed relevant for 8 years. I don't see them going anywhere.
Smash Bros. And Nintendo as a whole will keep getting more and more popular. You know, like, it's really difficult, I think, to gauge the popularity of media like this, because we've been seeing this a lot in gaming, where people insist that, like, Grand Theft Auto is the biggest thing in gaming, and meanwhile, you know, Mario.
I mean, it did sell over 250 million units just in the Grand Theft Auto 5, right? You do understand that, Harmon. When's the last time Nintendo sold a game like that?
Kart Wii outsold GTA 4.
Okay. And guess what? GTA 5 outsold the whole franchise of Mario Kart. What's your point?
That's not something anybody wants to talk about.
Because it's irrelevant. You're pinpointing one of the games. Okay, that's like someone trying to pinpoint the worst selling game of all Mario Kart, saying, oh, this series is better, ignoring the best one. Makes no sense, Harmon. Oh, we got J-Biggs. How's it going? Became aware of Fortnite when it came to Switch. It is still going on, so people will remember. Exactly. I don't think anybody thinks that Fortnite's going to go anywhere. The only way that it could go anywhere is if they start doing ridiculous pricing.
Or address, because it runs so contrary to the narrative. But
okay, I don't know what NGL actually stands for, Gamer Lunar. SSBU was trash to me. Sorry, Angry Visual Entity. What's SSBU? Can you tell me what that is?
the simple fact of the matter is, Nintendo's method of building a brand and building an identity is better than that of the entire PC gaming industry. That's just the reality of it. And so what you're going to see is that you're going to see more and more of these third parties. They're going to become like more and more greedy. Okay. They're going to start getting.
Well, that's actually true. I would agree with that one. Some of the most greediest companies are the third parties. Look at EA. I don't think anybody's greedy. Well, 2K also, we got to throw them out there. They're just as greedy as EA is.
Acquired by other companies, and they're going to start scamming people. You know, they're going to start like putting in like all these microtransactions.
Oh, Smash Brothers Ultimate. Okay,
they're going to like start raising the prices on their Steam games. Like,
I love Smash Brothers Ultimate. That is a fun game.
You're going to see all this happen. Okay, and what you're going to see is that like once Gabe Newell dies, the company will immediately go public. Shareholders will start.
Dragon Knight Dragon Board, God's Vidge. You remember MySpace days? Of course I did. I used to love MySpace back in the day. Core memory unlocked, since I remember that was a thing since my high school freshman year. Exactly. Me and you are probably about the same age. I had a MySpace. Well, no, it wasn't my freshman year. Okay, so I'm older than you now I think about it. But I got a MySpace back when I was I was either a junior or a senior, around the same time as I got a Facebook. MySpace was bigger than Facebook at one point.
Pushing to raise prices. And you're going to see Steam become more and more and more of a counterintuitive, unusable product that is in no way superior to consoles.
Harmon, you're acting like Steam is hardware. Let's talk about like a Steam Deck or something here. Steam itself is literally a storefront. It's not the same as the consoles here. What the hell are you getting at? If you want to say something correct, say PC. Don't sit there and say like a consoles. Don't compare Steam to the console. Steam is a storefront. What the hell is wrong with you? That's like sitting here saying that, oh, Ubisoft is no threat to console. Do you not understand how ridiculous that makes you sound, Harmon?
Like, that's what you're going to see, is that you're going to see prices.
Yeah, I'm a little older than you, Dragon Knight.
Just keep going.
I'm 36.
Up, with no real regard for the consumer base or what people
you do understand there's no membership to Steam. So how can you say you do understand, Harmon, if the prices on Steam keep going up, same thing is going to happen with the eShop. Steam does not control the prices of those games. Those are made by the people who put them on there. They put the price, not Steam.
Actually are willing to pay for, which of course being
The only prices they control are the ones that they own, like Half-Life, Orange Box, or some other ones. I can't remember all the names.
PC gamers is nothing because they just pirate everything. So
Is that why that Gabe Newell's worth billions of dollars? If PC gamers pirated everything and didn't buy any games, why is Gabe Newell worth so much damn money? How was Gabe Newell able to afford a $500 million yacht if PC gamers didn't buy anything?
essentially what you're going to see is that's the funny thing about this, like the entire cult revolves around Gabe specifically. Never mind that he doesn't own like PC gaming as a whole. Never mind.
Thank you. Now you finally spoke. Yet no one said that they did. And when is he ever trying to? Gabe understands that with PC, exclusivity is not a good thing. So if Gabe was to start doing exclusives, it would be a detriment to him. PC people do not like exclusives.
Mind that Valve is eventually going to go public. Never mind that like the illusion has been the bubble has been burst a long time ago. Like, oh, as long as we have Gabe, this 60-year-old man will be fine. Like, no, like you are.
How old is Gabe Newell anyways? I'm actually curious. Let's see if Harmon's even close to correct. Let's see here. Gabe Newell. Age. Okay, he's close, 63. Holy shit. From Brotendo. That's an awesome name. Brotendo Shillington. Hello, first time viewer. You seem pretty down to earth. I have never watched this Harmon fellow. Oh, you're in for a huge treat. It seems like I am not missing much there. I do have a Switch 2, PS5, and PC. Nothing wrong with demanding quality from games. Exactly. Thank you so much for that $25 super chat, man. You are awesome. I got some songs. I got a song about Harmon Smith. I got a song about Nukem Nintendo, or not Harmon Smith, sorry. I got my regular theme song. I got a song about Nukem Nintendo. I got a song about a YouTube person named Horde Hellfire, a song about Player Essence, and a song about a YouTube channel, I Am Desire. Let me know which one you want me to play, man, all right?
In a very, very poor position indeed. The instant Gabe is out of the picture, you are going to see Valve run into the ground the same way that PlayStation and Xbox were. Without Nintendo producing the PlayStation, Sony completely dropped the ball and failed with every single one of their console generations, like every single one.
And also, Brotendo, I got the exact same ones. I got a Switch 2, PS5, and a PC also.
The Nintendo PlayStation was the closest they've ever been to actually being successful. And they immediately dropped the ball when they went independent, when Nintendo kicked them to the curb and they had to produce the machine on their own.
Yes, and it worked out for them. Because if I remember correctly, didn't the PS1 whoop Nintendo's ass? I'm pretty certain they did. And with the PS2? Pretty certain. And the PS4? Just saying, Harmon.
Like, Xbox has been run into the ground by diversity hires and Indians.
What the hell is wrong with you? Are you like, Harmon, why do you got to be such a racist damn piece of shit? Seriously, no. The reason why Xbox is going down to the ground was because they just made some poor business decisions trying to make online, like always be online, and then making that comment saying, oh no, you can just play the Xbox 360 if you don't have online. That was a huge downfall. But then during the Xbox One, they just weren't coming out with a whole lot of good games. And so people migrated. That's what happens. Brotendo Shillington, if you're still there, man, let me know what song you want me to play, all right? Oh, there he is. Dealer's choice on the song. I am currently taking a break at work, about to head back and wanted to check this out. We are the same age, so I can relate. An old school MySpace. Exactly, man. All righty. First person to say whichever or types in the comment which song. We got the theme song. We got a song about Nukem Nintendo, Hellfire, Player Essence, and Desire. First one to type it in, that's the one we're going to play.
And now we're seeing like the same thing happen to Valve, you know, like, and like, that's the funny thing about this. Like, how many
Yeah, stay safe at work there, Brotendo.
people genuinely seem to believe that Valve is somehow immune to like woke nonsense?
Okay, someone said Nuki. That's the one we're going to do.
And that it's somehow like the most based developer in the industry, when in reality, I would argue it probably is the most woke. You know, like, I believe wokeness is like engraved in Valve's corporate structure. The only reason it hasn't become prevalent, like, Valve legit. Okay, so if you don't know, Valve is structured where like Gabe Newell controls everything, and then like everyone else is like kind of equal. Like, there are no supervisors. People work on their own independent projects. They're just kind of tasked to do whatever they want. Like, it's a commune essentially. Like, Gabe Newell has essentially created this communist utopia, like, cut off.
What communist utopia? If it was a communist utopia, then every single game would be the exact same price. That's how communism would have worked. Harmon, you are literally losing it.
Off from the rest of the gaming industry, where people just don't really do anything. They sit around all day and like,
Hold on, guys. My wife's going to school, so I got to say goodbye. Hold on.
Just another lost fanboy drowning in his own voice and new K. You're the echo with nothing to say. A castle war soldier that nobody has to play.
Okay, I'm back, guys.
like just, I don't know, update the Steam page.
They update it all the damn time. What are you talking about? The interface on the Steam page is amazing.
Like, when Gabe goes, when there's no corporate head to keep all these people in check, like, it is going to become like, it is just going to collapse in and of itself, and it's very, 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 very quickly.
Very true. Wife does come first. I got an amazing wife. I tried to get her to say hi to you guys, but Mrs. Vigilante is too shy.
You are going to see a complete and total collapse of Valve, and it's going to lead to just the complete downfall of PC gaming, because after all, without Steam, what exactly is there to be excited about when it comes to PC gaming? Like,
You got good old games. You got, what's the other one? Epic Game Store. And I'm pretty certain, let's just say right now, if Steam fell tomorrow and just went away, there could be another person that could come up. Okay? If Steam ever went bye-bye, there would be a new person to replace them. If nobody wanted GOG and no one wanted Epic, a new person will replace it. If there's a market for it, then someone will come up.
you're not going to go to GOG. You're not going to go to, like, the Epic Game Store. Like, what you're going to see is just the...
If Steam went away and the only two options you had was Epic Game Store and GOG, and let's say that Epic had, like, most of the games to pick from, I'm pretty certain that they're going to go to Epic Game Store. Unless they make them exclusive.
Shred of credibility that PC gaming has just completely go up itself. You know, like, when Gabe goes, the entire narrative that Valve is some beacon of hope for the industry will collapse with it. The simple fact of the matter is, Valve is a nobody. You know, they are not a major console player. They have
Harmon, you are nobody. What the hell are you talking about? They are a major person. There's something wrong with you.
Never done anything meaningful for gaming. You know, they are propped up entirely by non-gamers, streamers who obsess over them constantly in order to gain some ounce of credibility. Like, Valve is a complete joke and really does need to be thought of more as everything wrong with the gaming space.
If anything is wrong, it's the overprice of games, which Valve has nothing to do with. That would be Nintendo. That would be Xbox raising the prices, even PlayStation.
Valve sucks, and it is high time.
Harmon, we all know you suck. Is that how you got that sore on your lip?
That
Coffee Dawn. Hey, Vigilante, big fan. Thank you so much, man.
we in the gaming community acknowledge it.
You don't acknowledge nothing. Yep, we got the last one of
I
Harmon.
have spent the past day playing Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and as a result of that, I have a better understanding of the game and its problems than anybody on.
I seriously doubt it, because you were sitting here talking about it being broken, performances not being that well. So I seriously doubt that you have some superiority over your opinion over it. No, I don't think so.
Twitter. Learning the Law, Mr. Medicare, Side Scrollers, RGT85, the Daka guy. All of these individuals are complete and total dipshits. They have no idea what they're talking about.
They probably know way more than you do. I'm pretty certain that RGT85 beat the damn game because it's not that long of a game from what everybody is saying.
And as a result of that, I really do need to come out and say that, yes, everything you have heard about Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is a complete and total lie. Miles is not annoying. The game is not woke. You are
Who said the game is woke? I've never heard a single person say the game is woke. Harmon, stop going on 4chan.
not, it is not some millennial, like, girl boss power fantasy. It's not some,
I mean, who was saying that either? We've known that Samus is a woman this whole damn time. Who was saying it's a girl boss damn thing?
like complete subversion of the Metroid formula. Like it's not some complete disaster. Essentially, like every single thing that I have seen about the game, other than maybe the bike and the desert being kind of like underwhelming, everything.
Yes, the desert is very underwhelming. Like I've said before, they sat here severely screwed up on the desert. It is boring. It is barren. They should have fleshed out that desert.
I have heard is just completely and totally wrong. Anybody who says that this game is a disaster, like simply hasn't played it. And that's very obvious if you
I wouldn't say it's a disaster, but the open world is definitely a disaster.
like look at what these people are talking about and like their narratives. Like, oh man, you need an amiibo to unlock music in the desert. Like it's a music player that you unlock upon 100% completion. You
I keep hearing differences about that. Some people tell me you don't need a 100% complete it. Some people just say you need to beat the game. Either way, you still gotta play. You gotta play it to the end. And after you beat it, I doubt you're gonna want to replay it.
unlock it early by using the amiibo. It's no different than what Donkey Kong Bonanza did with its amiibo.
Are you think you're helping that cause, Harmon? You're just making it worse.
Like again, it's not even like a new thing. It's not some.
Yeah, of course he would buy the amiibos. Now I will say the amiibos actually are pretty cool, but I ain't spending no $30 damn. If they were down to $10, $15, there's a few of them I would have actually probably bought.
Major
They're just way too damn expensive now.
controversy. It's not some like major feature being locked behind these figurines. It's just a method to unlock a feature before 100% completion, essentially. Like there's nothing iffy about it. There's nothing weird. It was a complete and total cope to try and make this out to be some like anti-consumer thing.
I mean, it kind of is anti-consumer. Now I will sit here and say this. Even if you were able to play the music in the desert scene, it doesn't solve the problem with the game. The game's biggest problem is that desert scene is boring. It's lifeless. It's barren. They should have fleshed it out with actual content to do. And if you could play the music, it's not like it's going to dramatically fix what's wrong with that open world area. It will make it a little bearable, but it's still nonetheless going to be trash no matter what.
Okay. And there's just so many examples of that. Like I'm seeing so many people like freaking out about this game in regards to the review scores, in regards to like the structure, the general gameplay, and like having played about like 7 to 8 hours, I'm probably like 2/3 of the way in.
Really?
It's a perfectly fine
7, 8
game,
hours?
Like
You're acting like you haven't even beaten the game and you're acting like you have more authority over it than people who have. Harmon, there's something wrong with you.
I would say it probably is.
And you said earlier you spent all damn day. How are you 7 to 8 hours into it? You played it before a couple of days. How did you play all damn day and you're 7 to 8 hours into it? That makes no damn sense.
Not on the level of Metroid Prime 1 and 3, but what you have to understand, especially when it comes to Metroid Prime 1, like that was one.
Oh, I understand there, you Hyperstar Cage. I had the Donkey Kong Amiibo one because that was when I was going to get a Switch 2, but now it just sits in the box. Hey, one day could be worth a lot of money.
One of the
Are there some amiibos that are worth a lot of money?
most critically acclaimed games ever made. The simple fact of the matter is, it is like unreasonable to assume that Metroid Prime 4 was going to be like on par with one of the most critically acclaimed games ever released. Like it just isn't that
Okay, I've lost track. What the hell are you talking about now, Harmon?
reasonable. It just doesn't happen all that often. And considering just, this game's development cycle and like everything it went through, like restarting development, like, a lot of the original team leaving, like, honestly, I'm kind of shocked that Metroid Prime 4 is as good as it is. Like, that's just kind of my perspective on it, looking at this. Cause like, playing this, there were definitely kind of things that like, I felt like didn't really make a whole lot.
Oh, it's the good old Action Hank. How is isolation one of the things y'all complain about not being in the game, but when you cry about a desert actually being isolated and quiet? Well, Action Hank, I ain't one of them that was complaining about the isolation. I've already said you should go watch my video that I did last week on Metroid, on the Metroid Prime one. For my first impression, I actually enjoyed the game so far. I just don't enjoy the open world part of it. The open world, the desert's boring, it's barren. There is barely any enemies. They really should have fleshed out the side content. If you're going to have open world, you actually have to have side content in the open world. Just saying on that one. They don't even have a fast travel system for crying out loud. That's how bad the open world is, Action Hank.
A lot of sense. Like, why do you have to go back to Miles to get certain equipment upgrades installed? Like, why is the desert?
I mean, that is kind of ridiculous that you have to go collect something, drive back all the way through. Because, like I said, there is no fast travel option in Metroid Prime 4. So, after you collect something and you want to get the upgrade, you got to drive all the way back to the Miles guy just to get him to unlock it. And that wastes so much time.
Structured the way it is. Why why is the beginning of the game so weirdly paced? Like, there are things you can like point to like say that like don't really make any sense and aren't all that well put together, but like as a whole, like the sum of its parts, it's really, really good. Like, the desert is empty, that's true. There's nothing in the desert, that's true, but it's basically just a means to get to your destination. Like, when you actually get to the actual.
Yes, but they could have easily done fast travel. Right? The Wild had fast travel, if I remember correctly. The only game I don't remember having fast travel that had an open world was that Dragon's Dogma game where you can only do like one. Like, I think you can only fast travel to the main city or something like that, if I remember correctly. And that game got ridiculed for, and this one's way worse than that one.
Actual areas, they are very well fleshed out. They all have unique enemy designs, completely unique layouts, like completely unique gimmicks. They all have like great boss fights. Like,
I do agree. The boss fights so far that I've encountered are phenomenal.
Like, when it comes to an actual level design perspective, I would say this is the best Metroid Prime game. Like, you
Well, I would probably say that too because that's the only one I played.
can argue that
Well, the only one I put enough time into.
like maybe Metroid
But according to Switch After Dark, it's not a Metroid game.
Prime 2 is more difficult, and that Metroid Prime 3 had better like combat encounters. But when you look at Metroid Prime 4 and what it does, like, it has this really interesting setup of you like going to this area and like going to these areas and like, trying to.
Mario 123. Angry Vigilante, you ever consider to do video game streaming? I used to do it. The reason why I don't do video game stream is because there's no way I can dedicate a time every single time to like play video games and live stream them. So that's why it's hard for me to be able to like dedicate this every Monday morning to you guys. There have been a couple of times where I barely have been able to do it. So like when it comes to live streaming, you have to go live around the same time consistently. And I'm just not able to put that time forward is what it is.
Figure out how to proceed in them. And sometimes it's just not possible. This game is, I think, the most non-linear Metroid Prime game ever because, in the older games,
Well, it is the most non-linear, of course, because it has an open world for crying out loud, Harmon. Jeez, you nailed that one.
Had to like progress through areas in a linear fashion. You had to like stay there until you like found some whatever you needed, and you then had to like kind of move on to the next area. Metroid Prime 1 is really interesting because you have a hint system that tells you exactly where you need to go, and it's pretty easy. Like you're kind of railroaded from place to place until you get to the end and you have to chase down the Chozo artifacts that are hidden all over the map. Like Metroid Prime
Mario 123. It's okay. What about top 10 games of all time? Yes, I don't know about of all time. That would be too hard. But at the I know that I'm going to do my most top 10 anticipated games of 2026, and I will also do my top 10 worst games of 2025 and my top 10 worst, or I mean best games of 2025 also. I do those games. I'm going to do those videos also, but you only get them once a year type of thing.
4 in comparison feels a lot more open-ended. You know, it feels a lot more like every room you go in, you kind of have to like figure out how to navigate it. You have to apply the
Oh, Jay Big, sorry. Why is he wearing his hat on his eye? Well, in the very first video we did, he was wearing that hat because he was trying to make him seem like he was hip and a gangster and everything. So he was calling himself the Nintendon. I'm surprised he wasn't like smoking a cigar, to be honest.
the mechanics in interesting ways. You have like all these like tools at your disposal. Like every area like is completely different. You know, like there's just so much like to see and do in each area. It's very easy to just kind of overlook certain things. You know, like I remember when I went to Vault Forge and I was looking around and I kind of realized that like there's a lot of places, a lot of things that you can clearly interact with, but you can't use yet. You know, like the game doesn't prompt you
I mean, that's a normal Metrovania game, isn't it? You got to go back and forth constantly. Yeah, that's normal.
to do this, but
It's an open world 3D Metrovania game.
what you're supposed to do is just go Vault Forge and then go somewhere else. You know, like it wasn't something that like felt like it came supernaturally to me, but at the same time, like it feels like the game is structured in a way that kind of encourages you to explore at your own pace and like do a lot of things like out of order. Even if you get roadblocked at a certain point, you can just come back to it later. You know, like it's really interesting thinking about it in that capacity because like Prime 2 and Prime 3 were not this open. Like that's very important because like Prime 3 had like you know, the planet system where like you're going from world to world and like
Yes, we understand that this one's open. We all knew it was. It was an open world game, Harmon. We all know it. You're not telling anybody that what we don't know.
engaging with it, and you always started at the same place and eventually you would get checkpoints, but like, you know, eventually you would get kind of to the
Exactly, Mario. Yes, if you use GameFly, you can rent it for a whole month. I didn't have to rent it this time. Someone bought it for me as a birthday present since my birthday was a week ago. So I didn't have to rent it. I didn't have to wait for it. I know I didn't have to pay for it because I would not have been happy to spend $70 on it. I don't think it's worth 70. So far, I think it might be worth 60. I just got to finish it. But 70, no.
to the end of it. Like it felt very railroaded. You know, Prime 2 gave you this like you went to a new area and then you would explore it, but you would never leave it. Like everything you needed was right there. Like until you got the thing you were looking for at the end, until you turn the power on. Like it was just you know, you were just stuck there. You know, Prime 4 feels like it was trying to do this thing where you would more naturally backtrack through old areas and naturally like return to old ones, you know.
No, not naturally. Okay. You were being told to do it by Miles. Okay. There's no naturally about it, Harmon.
Like I remember like getting to the desert and like going around for the first time and being surprised at like how inaccessible a lot of the areas actually are initially. Like you have to do certain things to progress, but like it's not obvious inherently what those things are. So what that means is
Well, that's a Metrovania game for you. Miles didn't really have to tell me that, but there were a couple of times where I was having a little bit of trouble and then it finally clicked. Oh, thank you so much there, Chaos Raziel. Happy belated birthday, my dude. Welcome to being old. Oh, I'm getting up there. I'm not old exactly yet. I'm only 36.
the game just feels like it's not really holding your hand all that much. And it's kind of shocking because
Nah, the game does hold your hand. Maybe not as bad as I don't think it. I don't think it holds your hand as bad as a lot of people was saying online. But I mean, it does hold your hand. But I remember the 1 hour I played it, Metroid Prime Remaster. If you stand in a place too long, it gives you a hint on what to do, also, or it tells you where to go. Switch After Dark, Harmon Smith. Metroid is whatever Nintendo tells me it is. Whatever Sakamoto declares, that is Metroid. Very true.
like at
That's exactly what Harmon Smith says it is.
this stage,
But I will say here, how about this? Since you say it's not a Metroid game, how about we call it MP Beyond? Is that better? MP Beyond, I think, is actually not that bad of a game. I think it's worth 60 so far, not 70. Nintendo fans, by and large, need individual critical thinking skills. You will not get any disagreement from us.
like before a lot of these people have actually played it, the narrative is that this is the most casualized Metroid game ever, and I can tell you for a fact that isn't true. Okay, like I'm dying a lot more than I do in the older games. Like the combat's more sophisticated, the enemy encounters are more in depth. Like there's plenty of things that are a clear improvement over the original Metroid Primes. There's plenty of things here to enjoy, and like all of the weird like coping and seething you see from people just doesn't make any sense. People complaining about the NPCs, people complaining about like the loneliness and isolation. Actually, the loneliness and isolation thing is really interesting because there are other characters in the setting with you, but you're stuck on a deserted planet, like with no.
Very true. You are stuck on a deserted planet. Switch After Dark, Timu Halo, or Metroid Other M2. I never played Metroid Other M, but I will say Switch After Dark, if you actually see Samus's suit, it does look badass. That red and black, I think, looks awesome.
You're stranded on a planet in the middle of nowhere.
Really? You don't say.
You have NPCs.
I mean, you're not really stranded. Oh, yeah, you are stranded. Never mind. I was going to say something else.
Characters in it, but the game really does feel like more lonely and isolated than I think most.
Except when you have to do your upgrades, Harmon. It does not feel lonely and isolated when you have to do your upgrades.
Most other Metroid Prime games, because like there aren't even that many enemies. Like truth be told, like a lot of it is based on like is more exploration based. So like you don't always get into like.
Oh, Dave C, thank you so much for joining, man. Thank you so much for being a member. I basically boycotted Nintendo and switched to no OLED, and the games are terrible. Mario Kart World is the best, but has little content. Amiibo went way up in price too. That is very true. And I will say Age of Imprisonment is actually very good, Dave C. Only good deal Nintendo directly offers the online subscription. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't really agree with paying for online, but for $20 you get all those retro titles, I'll agree. Is there a link to the Discord? Are you talking about mine? I mean, I have one, but I don't really use it, so there's not really a point in putting it out there. It makes perfect sense if you care about Metroid and are tired of Sakamoto pissing on Gumpy Yori's legacy. I think I butchered that damn name, but that's okay. Is that the person who was the original one? Play further. I'm gonna play further. Don't worry, Switch After Dark. I will play further. But I had to bring you guys some good content, man. Your song just released too.
Those crazy intense combat encounters. Like in a lot of ways, I feel this is the most lonely and isolated Metroid game ever, which completely flies in the face of like the narrative in regards to like Metroid is about isolation. Like this is the best at that in a way, and that's something I've really come to understand when I was playing this. Is that like. I remember when Prime 3 came out and a lot of people were seething about it. I remember when Prime 2 came out and people were seething about that.
My guy, you say people are seething about everything. Were people really seething about that stuff back then? I doubt it.
People were just seething about it not being exactly the same as the original Prime, with no real regard as to like what it actually did well and what it actually succeeded at doing. You can argue this game isn't the best Prime game, but like, oh wow, it's not as good as one of the best games ever made. Like, it's just that's just not gonna work, honestly. Like,
I mean, it kind of does work, Harmon, Whenever you're supposed to do a new game, it's meant to be better than the one before it. That's what people want.
Playing the game, like I am very, very surprised with how much I'm enjoying it. It is one of the best of the year. It's definitely better than Donkey Kong Bonanza, definitely better than Kirby Air Riders.
I don't know about that one. That story in Donkey Kong Bonanza was actually phenomenal. Even though I still stand by it should have been $60 instead of $70. Nah, that story in Donkey Kong Bonanza was something else. Now the combat and everything, no, that is far better in Metroid Prime 4.
And I was
Or Temu Halo.
someone like who said initially that like I thought Air Riders was way better than this. Actually, I actually have come around to that, to feel that like Metroid Prime 4 just has this like addicting quality to it, of just like this sense of discovery and exploring the desert and exploring.
Harmon, are you literally going to say you get like this discovery thing of exploring the desert? There's nothing there except 5 locations, Harmon. Well, maybe 6 locations. Yeah, 6 locations. Or is it 5? There's like 5 or 6 locations in the damn thing. There isn't much to explore. Are you kidding me? The desert is barren. There's nothing there. What are you going to explore? Crystals? They're the exact same things.
Exploring everything in this game. Like it's just something that I feel like the game feels radically different than anything else that exists. And like that's one of the interesting things I saw people say, is that like this game was like heavily westernized and it's the exact same thing as every other AAA like sci-fi property. No, I saw a lot of people saying this was Mass Effect Andromeda tier. Like, no. The simple fact of the matter is this is a game that has successfully taken Metroid in a bold new direction, that has done a lot more with concepts that have been built up across a series of games.
Okay, Harmon, I'm going to tell you this right now. You're starting to lose it while you're talking, but you need to sit here and have a drink. It helps you out.
The Metroid Prime 2 Galactic Federation. You have like the Federation Force in this. You have like, this feeling of, going on this like, military option, like an operation, like in Metroid Prime 3. Like, all of these older Metroid games have kind of been building up to this like next major step. And I find it very interesting, looking at this and what this game is doing. Like, I think once Nintendo really, really encapsulates what they're trying to do with like a sequel, we're going to see something phenomenal. Okay. Like,
I will be very surprised if there's a sequel. And if they're going to do a sequel, if they just should not do open world. There's really no point to the open world. And if you're going to do open world, you have to flesh it out. You have to add side content. You have to add side bosses. That's what part of the open world is.
There's so much about this game that's already like pretty cutting edge and just gorgeous. But
I will agree. There is part of that game that is gorgeous. Samus's suit is amazing. I love Samus's suit.
I think this is a really great revival of the Metroid Prime series. I think we are going to see quite a few new Metroid Prime games in the next several years. And it all began here, like beyond what we have been expecting from the Metroid franchise.
Harmon, you seriously think that there's going to be more games in the next several years? Come on, look how long it took them to do this game, for crying out loud. Well, that's it. That is all the content we have. Let's get into some of the chats. Dave C. and Lucas Art Outlaws re-released the 90s Western FPS. I don't know about that one. I'm 100% completing SpongeBob Titans of the Rose. Is that the new game? Is that any good? Or Titans of the Tide. There you go. That's what I thought it was. You said of the Rose. I'm like, I thought it was something different. Hey, let me know if that's any good. I actually do want to play it. Nobody wants the Federation Force. That game bombed. I'll take your word, Switch After Dark. Like I said, I've only ever played Metroid Prime 4. SpongeBob games are fun. I hope so. What can't Sakamoto get through his head that the Federation is the least interesting thing about Metroid universe? Every universe has an incompetent bureaucracy. Very true, Switch After Dark. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom did it right, but too much padding, but it's how it should be done. I completely agree, Mario 123, except with the breakable weapons. That survival mechanic is trash. I will stand by that. They should never incorporate the breakable weapon mechanics ever again. No game should ever do that. Switch After Dark. Metroid is about the hostile alien environment and Samus surviving it using the suit. I agree, but I do like that they have voice acting and I do like that they have dialogue. I like Link to the Past. I have not played that one yet. Let's be real. The reason Harmon hates on DK Bonanza is because game reviews loved it. Usually he doesn't really hate on DK Bonanza. He usually defends DK Bonanza all the damn time, even though he said he didn't really like it. Can't like the same thing as the nasty game drones. Mario 123, the way, or J-Biggs to Mario, never mind. Mario 123, I actually bought that game, Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. There you go. Oh boy, Gangster Harmon, I know, right? Understood, least you got a whole month. Okay, I think you're talking to someone else. SpongeBob games are often far cheaper for base price and go on sale quickly and often. That's true. But sometimes people just don't want to wait. It's all right. SpongeBob games, but kind of short. Yeah. I mean, World of Warcraft items can break, but at least you can repair it instantly. Well, I don't play World of Warcraft. I don't like the breakable stuff. Breath of the Wild only has padding if you try to do it all. I mean, that's every game if you think about it. If you try to complete every game, it's going to be padding. If you play until you can beat Ganon and then beat Ganon, you can play that game a million times and still find new things. Very true. Now, when I played Breath of the Wild, I did all the Divine Beast stuff, and then I went and fought Ganon. Oh, I did all the shrines also, so I can get the champion suit thing. I think that's what it is. I like the breakable weapons. Well, I think you're one of the few. Yeah, J-Biggs, you are one of the few that likes the breakable weapons. I hated it. Most people are not completionists, freak hardcore gamers. That is very true. But you might want to be careful there, Switch After Dark. I told that to some Nintendo people and they got mad at me. They're like, oh, that's why they're always wanting achievements. And I'm like, well, if you look at all the other platforms that have achievements or trophies, they're not completing them. I hate breakable weapons. Me too there, Dave C. It better in tabletop role playing. I agree. Well, guys, that will be everything. I really hope you guys have a great day, but I have to eat some breakfast and get ready to go to bed because I got to work tonight. But I am so glad everybody showed up. Thank you all so much for the super chats to each and every one of you. This was an amazing stream, and I hope to see you guys all next week for some more Salty Morning. So you guys have a great day.
The fight, breaking down the walls in the dead of night. I don't come for peace, I come for the storm. Fanboys melt quick when the truth gets warm. Salt content's high, I'm collecting those tears. Just got started, but I'm cutting through fears. I'm not here for brand deals, I'm not for sale. I expose your lies, rip off the veil. You can cry in the comments, but you won't survive. Like and subscribe if you feel that vibe. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilantes calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. Promise lost in Nintendo's dream, delusional faith blinded by the gleam. Defends every flaw like it's a sacred cause, but his blind devotion's just breaking laws. Player SS brings no honor or pride, throws family shade when he's running to hide. No integrity, just bitterness and spite, but the vigilante's here to set it right. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilante's calls. No fake reviews, no corporate lies, just truth and fire burning in our eyes. Cast guys, fake words can't hold the line. Sony fanboys smoke, but his reviews don't shine. Switch for shields, the corporate game, selling hype and spin while we call out the shame. Dark trays and Nintendo fanboys stuck on repeat, says the same old lines like a broken beat. Recycling words, no fresh insight, but we break through the noise and bring the fight. We're hot and salty tears, tearing down the walls. Fanboys falling fast, hear the vigilante's calls. No fake reviews, the spin. Join the fight, let the real talk begin. We're here for the truth, no need to hide. So make sure to like and subscribe. I'm the angry vigilante here to fight the fight, breaking down the walls in the dead of night. I don't come for peace, I come for the storm. Fanboys melt quick when the truth gets warm. Solve content's high, I'm collecting those tears. Just got started, but I'm cutting through fears. I'm not here for brand deals, I'm not for sale. I expose your lies, rip off the veil. You can cry in the comments, but you won't survive. Like and subscribe if you feel that vibe. We're hunting so